Hello, Craig. Hello, GameBot. Um, Last time on Well Dressed Bones, we were heading to the town of Cedar Falls, the location of uh, Fish's son Henry, as well as you now know Henry's uncle, and a town that you know has in some way been infiltrated by Jonas, although the details of that still elude you just a little bit. As you hiked in on foot, finding that the area had a barrier to teleporters similar to the ruins, um, you noticed that there were a lot of layers of security to this town that maybe were a little disguised from mortals, but not to you. Um, Traps and magical security people guarding the perimeter, as well as things in the woods guarding the perimeter, and people sort of on the fringes of the town, seemingly gone in order to help. Establish this perimeter. And town itself, in a very weird place. Some people seemingly oblivious to the strangeness going on, others watchful, looking for intruders, looking for people who don't belong, which unfortunately includes you. Um, as you come into this small town in the Colorado mountains, you see what looks like a normal kind of idyllic town from the outside with a couple of weird features. There is a large medical center in the downtown, quite a bit larger than this area, this town would justify. And May discovered that it is currently run by a hidden American subsidiary of the Baiutsu Medical Company, run by the Abomination, one of the one of the enemies that you had run into previously, and that had kidnapped May. Um, as well as things like an underground tunnel from this medical center into the police station, where you believe Henry is being held, and a large factory or facility or something to the south of town that seems like a lot of people are employed at, or maybe very involved in the function of the town. Something that has to do with a cave system that's in that area, or exactly what that means, or what's going on there, you're not quite sure yet. As you get the lay of the land, get a meal, check in with sort of the last people to see Henry before he was arrested. You decide to head out into the suburbs just a little bit in order to see um, the home of Henry's uncle, Oscar, and to try and get some information that way, and in the process discover that Oscar's house is being watched, certainly by magical means, and that the house itself has some magic about it in the carvings and things like that. And then finally, after knocking on the door. You find that Oscar does not want to see or talk to you, and is very much rejecting. Oh, I just heard Bridget's laugh. She's here. Um, very much rejecting Fish's presence, and therefore your presence as well. Um, as you see Oscar unlock the door and open it a crack, chain kind of keeping it from opening it more, and you see the bruises and injuries as he angrily tells you that Isabel, the mother of Henry and Fish's previous paramour, is dead, and according to Oscar, it is Fish's fault. And it is there that we will open with well-dressed bones. As the door opens, locks slide back, and you see Oscar's angry face through this crack in the door. Anybody wants to make any kind of checks or, persuasion to try to get in the door or anything like that? What are you doing?
I'd like to do an insight upon him, please.
Okay.
Uh,
An insight check.
13.
With a 13, there are probably some subtler signs that you're missing. But one thing that is clear is that when he says essentially that uh, that Isabel is dead and it's because of you, you see the like almost immediate pain and regret. Like he regrets saying that out loud. Like he was saying it almost to be cruel and regrets it rather than because he necessarily believes it to be true. It's something said out of anger rather than conviction. You get with a 13.
Okay. Well, Fish is having an autism moment like me where they just take the words purely literally. And so they're just like, no, I didn't. We all know this. But looks at Ozzy and is like, oh. But then, just briefly turn to Man Cal and goes, I didn't kill her. And turns back.
I think Cal will do an insight about being like, I wasn't too worried about it, but then going, I didn't kill her. What's the point I became concerned?
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care. Yeah, insight. Are you trying to get insight into Oscar, into Fish, and a kind of like the dynamic between them? What do you think?
Yeah. Is there a chance that Fish killed this woman? Also, is Oscar also his ex? Gross. Not good, which is fine. That's funny. That is a 10.
Okay. With a 10, this is the look that Oscar is giving Fish is a look that you have unfortunately seen before of people talking to Fish. They have had sex in the past. And that is kind of the thing that like overrides any kind of
actual
like the byplay of what's going on between them. Yes, absolutely they are exes.
There's like the specific Fish X wrinkle that you gain on your face when you frown.
Yeah. Just one like a line between your eyebrows.
One day you may have this line.
May would like to do a oh, sorry, go on.
No, go.
May would like to do a perception to see if those symbols that are like magical means of surveilling the house, if they've activated.
Okay. I would say that's more like a perception, not a perception check, but a symbol check. A symbol or
It's basically the same thing anyway when it comes to the bonuses. That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
Love my high bonus.
With a dirty 20, you see that these sort of surveillance symbols have activated, that they were in sort of like a passive recording state where they're kind of recording everything happening around this house, including as you look kind of like pointed at the windows and things like that, the windows and the door, like trying to look into the house. And you realize that's probably why all the curtains are drawn, why everything's all closed up and locked. They are more like actively paying attention now, as you can see the sort of symbolic equivalent of their lenses like shift focus to like look at the door, and Ozzy's appearance there, and you guys on the stoop here on the porch, and you can also see that Oscar's eyes kind of like flick up and look around, and he doesn't. You don't see him look directly at these these symbols. They are fairly well hidden. They're like in the eaves of a lot of neighbors' houses and stuff like that. Which, with a dirty 20, you absolutely realize is not something that could be done like without, you know, without the people who live there finding out. You can't just have a weird guy go to your porch and start carving into your eaves for an hour and not notice. You know, it may be that this is kind of like Oscar's house is surrounded by the houses of compromised people or something like that. You can tell that Oscar does not know where these surveillance devices is, whether it is magical knowledge or a sense, you don't know, but he is looking around like he knows he's being watched by something, like he could feel it activate.
Okay,
and that's
May is going to
maybe one of the reasons he wants to get you off his porch.
Yeah. May is going to do a combo of message to Oscar and the text chain to Fish and Cal and say, we're being watched magically, so let's either go inside or... And it's just like, not pushing either way, just be like, hey, yeah, this is what's going on. We need to either get in or get out.
Okay.
You both feel the buzz in your pockets of a May text, and give me a persuasion check for Oscar.
Yeah, for old mate.
If Fish shoots him with the puppy dog eyes, can I like help? Is that a bonus?
No, that's disadvantage.
I do think it kind of cancels out. It helps.
Yeah.
And it hurts.
Yeah. My persuasion isn't too bad, actually, so that's an 18.
Okay. With an 18, you feel like there's a little bit of emotion bleeding through in the message of like that like quick startling you're familiar with of people who's like didn't expect a psychic message, but also like recover to it fast enough that it's not like this is a crazy thing they've never experienced before. The response you get is we are leave and come back through the back door.
Cool.
And you can see as he says that, his eyes like shift to Fish, making the big puppy dog eyes, and you get not spoken but like subtext of like, maybe I invite you guys in and Fish stays out.
I was just thinking about like, oh, make a show about leaving, and I'm imagining Fish doing the like kick the dirt thing. Hands
No, they
pocket.
no, that's what they do. They go, well, I can see we're not fucking welcome here. Turns around, it's like, what was the point? And this, you see, Denier, this is why it always ends so badly. It's them who don't want to work with me.
Yeah, Cal's like, no one's ever been wrong like you have been wrong.
Truly, Jesus upon the cross. Well, lovely to meet you. Let's hustle off.
Ooh,
And yeah,
off the
we're
porch. The door slams, and you can hear the locks being thrown again as you aw shucks your way out of the yard.
Yep.
Can I make the case that based on my earlier symbol check, can I see if they're kind of, I guess, like dimming or something, or
they're you see you can like the symbols are static, but they create kind of a magical construct that has like a pinpoint of attention that is kind of the equivalent of like a lens. You can feel some of it staying like on the door and some of it like following you as you're walking away.
Okay. I may pass that on in like a let's take the long way sort of deal.
Shall we do like I guess a stealth, but just to like nonchalantly not be suspicious as we go around the back?
Yeah.
Maybe that would be a group
Don't be
performance
suspicious.
check.
Yeah, like we faint.
But I don't get my advantage if it's a performance check.
That's true. But it's hard to be stealth when you're out into public.
Being
Yeah.
sneak is also kind of suspicious.
Yeah. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
I can't
Don't be
cast.
suspicious.
I can't cast pass without trace, without the magic alert going up either.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm for the group performance check because I've got a +8 to that, so I'm
go on,
confident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think that's also a good idea.
Group performance. Everybody give me your performance checks.
24.
Wow. Thank you. Thanks
that's
for
a
doing the
13 for
group
me.
project.
Fish has never looked so wrong and lonesome in all their life. Just like
Never so
shuffling down the
broken up
road.
with.
Yeah.
I got a 11, which I guess could be worse.
It certainly could be. And what do we got for me there?
13.
13? Okay. All right, then let's do
The people watching are like, wow, he really kicked Fish on the road. Those girls are going to go back into his house and fuck, though.
Yeah.
I think Fish is like, I've never been wronged more. Woe is me. What am I going to do? Oh God, just the lamentation, the asking for the divine intervention. Please give me a
Father,
sign
help.
how I can make this right. May is kind of like, yeah, no, that sucks. We can't solve the mystery. Cal is just like, well, we're done here, and just like starts walking away, just like normally.
It's not even a performance check. She just gives up.
Oh, I guess I'll never be able to meet my son that I didn't know I had. I guess I'll never become a better person through the trials and tribulations of family. Something, yeah.
May's lowest score is because she's trying not to laugh.
Yes, as you kind of leave the area and start to circle around, May notices that the cameras kind of start to lose sight of you. It is like this focus right on the house rather than like a larger ring of security. But they start to drift away from you and focus back up on the house. They start to go a little bit more inactive, and I think as you kind of like walk down this residential street, kind of backed up against the woods, you are trying to be as nonchalant as possible, trying to fit in, not look like you're going back to this house. And I think you all kind of see like, well, nobody's like showing up, no strangers are coming up and giving an overly cheery like, hey, what are you doing here? No weird beasts are coming out of the woods to tear you apart. There's no like security response. And you think, maybe you got away with it this time. Maybe you were not suspicious enough. As you circle around, sort of like cutting through a backyard, dipping into the woods a little bit, coming around towards Oscar's back door, um, you see May with that 3020. Um, the symbol surveillance apparatus here are focused on the house, and as soon as you start like very carefully walking your way through what should be their vision, they start to swing away from the house, and then something magically happens at the house and they swing back. And you can just kind of walk to this back door, and you don't get the sense that the cameras are like really seeing you or paying attention to you at all coming from this direction. You think that maybe Oscar did something to like give you an approach.
Well, Fish is well, not happy, but like they'll stay out on the back veranda if they have to, but only with Kekano.
Okay. Kekano is, being carried by you, is like, Daddy seemed kind of angry. And he was hurt. Do you think everything's okay?
No.
Okay. Well, maybe we could do what Collision has taught us, make some nice tea and just kind of like sit and relax, maybe with a book. I think that might help him.
Yeah. Kekano, that's my good friend Oscar, and we haven't seen each other for a long time.
Oh, okay. So is this like a good friend who is like, Fish, we miss you so much? Or is this a good friend who is like, sometimes a little bit like your friends are like, oh, I'm a little bit mad, and then you're like, but I'm Dad, and I'm cute and nice, and then they go, oh, okay.
Well, hopefully that'll be the case.
Okay.
We're just gonna be. You were fully out of bad dog mode. We're gonna be nice and polite.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No chewing on the furniture or anything else that Swifty told me bad dogs do. Okay.
Yeah.
Swifty says all dogs are best.
All dogs are bad. As you approach the back door, there's only like a small like kitchen window that kind of like looks in this back door. It looks like you're kind of unobserved as you approach. As you get up there and go to like knock, you can actually see the door is cracked a little bit. You just push your way in, knock softly and just kind of get in there.
Is May going ahead?
May is deferring to Fish because this is their mission.
Okay.
Yeah, Cal is also letting Fish take the lead.
That's very polite of you guys.
Also, if he kills somebody, at least it'll be Fish, and the girls can grab Fish's body and then run.
Yeah. Yes. So, but Fish like keeps checking back. Like, you guys are still coming with me? Okay, that's great. You're still Yep. All right. Goes up to the back door and just kind of goes, gentle knock as the door is opening. One of those totally useless knocks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm respecting your privacy by knocking, asserting my authority as your long-lost lover by coming in anyway.
With
tell your
whole
parents.
battering ram. Yeah.
But yes, you give it just like a little knock as you push open the door. As you go in, it's very obvious, so I don't think there needs to be a roll. I think you all have high enough passive perception to see this. This is clearly a back door that like someone has kicked in. like somebody kicked it and like shattered the log, like shattered the door frame a little bit. And as soon as you like start to open it, you can kind of see how fucked up it is. On the inside and on the back, all this splintered wood and like chunks that someone has like started to like take apart and clean up, but clearly not gotten very far. The door might need to be replaced. As you slip in to what is clearly a little kitchenette with all of the lights off, and Oscar standing there kind of in the dark with his arms crossed, one hand on like kind of like a beefy wooden chair. As you just get pause for a moment and then start to slip in.
Hi again.
Hello, we didn't meet before. You're Oscar. I'm Kekino.
Oh, this is Kirkin. Oh, he's my familiar.
You don't know. It's pretty dark in here, so you don't know if it's a trick of the light or something. You think Oscar like his eyes soften a little bit looking at Kekino, but then he just kind of, without saying anything, like drifts back to you and kind of like pulls his head in and says, "Get in."
Mm. And then like waves the ladies in, and as they come through, goes, "This is my friend May Gladley. She's a woman of many talents and abilities, but good to start with archaeology. And this is Collisionist Abbott, Collisionist Enya."
In introductions inside. As you're kind of like rushed in, as soon as you are through the door, you see him close the door, take this chair and like shove it under the doorknob and kick it hard to like wedge it in place. That seems to be kind of the back door lock while it's shattered like this, and you find yourself in the kitchen again, all kind of the lights off. You know, it's the middle of the day, but all the curtains are drawn, so it's decently dark in here. And Oscar standing and looking very uncomfortable, and a little bit angry with his arms crossed as you head in. But he does kind of like look up and after a moment meet your eyes and give May and Cal a little nod and say, "Oscar, pleasure."
Shame it's not under better circumstances.
Could be worse.
Oh, there's still time.
I'm right. You know it's true.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's the time.
Yeah. Oh, Ozzy, are you seeing Kekino as a dog or as a seal?
As a dog? Why would I see?
Oh, well, hold on a second. Hold on. Unclips the harness, sets him loose, and plops him on
he's
the ground.
confused why he would see him as a dog, as you're clearly holding a seal.
Okay.
Yes.
So then instead of taking off the harness, then like Fish just kind of messes with it and goes, "Oh, it's got like an enchantment on it, so that people see him as a dog, because it would be weird to be coming around with it." See, you get it.
I suppose I do. So, you need anything? You want food? Why are you here?
I told you, I'm here to help Henry. And you're here, so obviously I'm gonna drop in and be like, "Hey."
Oscar just like sighs really heavily and sinks down into a chair at the kitchen table. You see the table is like covered in paperwork and like open books and things like that. May obviously has a much better ability to see in here. So if anybody would like to give me a perception check or anything like that, I think the two of you would make it with disadvantage, and May would just roll flat.
Fish doesn't
Can you
give a
imagine
shit.
if I
Sorry.
said no? Oh shit!
You would
Say that
never.
again. I certainly wouldn't, because that's a 24. And show me the Jonas character sheets. I want to know his stat bonuses.
You know, hun, May does remind me a bit of Hunch Curio, just being like, anytime anybody leaves me alone, I just start opening cabinets. Okay, with a 24, first thing is you're coming in, looking around at the house. You know, certainly a modest house. You can see some items that are very clearly homemade, and it is decorated with some things that you know are not like, you know, Mesoamerican history is not your specialty, but you know enough of it through school and stuff like that to recognize some of the design themes, even if they're even if not like specifically where they come from. But you notice some like Mesoamerican kind of designs on some of the items in here. Something you know, native. Native Mexican or Central American, maybe, in a lot of the design work, and some things that are like very clearly handmade. Some handmade baskets, some handmade little like carvings. Some of the carvings have little like um, yes, you see little like hand carved knickknacks, some of which have this kind of these kind of like carved symbols that you don't really recognize, and some of them have like some of them seem to be like semi-active magically, and some of them don't. Um, then, as doing introductions, and Oscar comes and sits down at the table, the entire table is filled with legal paperwork. The entire thing, it's just like the phone book is open to like clearly like highlighted the local lawyers. There's a bunch of petitions he's got like hard copies of that he's trying to sign. There's a police report copy here that is clearly like very dog-eared, like very flipped through, even though it's like 3 pages, you know, really thin. It's clearly that he's just been worrying over it, flipping it back and forth over and over again. As it looks, this looks like the kind of like working office, so to speak, of a man desperately trying to get his nephew out of prison.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Jonas doesn't give a shit about legal proceedings, so that's not going to happen. May, I think, is going to hold off on bringing this up, but she's immediately like, oh man, we need to protect this man from himself, because he's just going to get himself fucking... if he keeps on with this.
Yeah. Fish like looks at the papers but does not like at all absorb what they are. Just as like,
yeah,
you're busy.
We've all seen it.
yeah. See it all the time.
I think you like go to put Kekino down on the table, and then you remember he's ever so slightly damp, and you're about to put him on some papers, and you go, no, maybe I'll just hold him. And that's like the only acknowledgement that the table is covered in paper.
Yeah. Actually, pardon me, passes him off to Cal, just totally thoughtlessly. Fish doesn't even go like, hey, do you want to no, just goes here. And if Galiginus doesn't hold her arms out, then Kekino's getting plopped on the floor, I guess. But yeah, just sort of leans over the table at Oscar and goes, I'm here to help.
20 years, and now you're back to help?
Yes.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Fish, but I don't know what you can do. to help him.
Ozzy, I can do so much. I can fucking just break in there. That was kind of the plan I was working with. I know it's not as elegant as a due process or whatever it is that you like to talk about, but
Break into the
Yeah.
station. That does use your talents of running away when things get hard, disappearing.
Fuck off, dude. Fuck off. I'm here now. Better late than never.
20 years later.
Cal is just like unhelpfully nodding.
No. The question is, I don't think that was soliciting agreement.
Yeah, Fish guys. I didn't know. You can't blame me for not being around because I didn't know.
Oscar give me a persuasion check against Oscar's insight.
18.
You see a little bit of the hostility melt off of him, the deep hissing breath out, as this kind of larger man seems to deflate a little bit, as he says, "No, I suppose you didn't know. Never wanted to tell you. Said she was going to, but she was sick then." Yes.
How?
Isabella wanted. She always said it was her son. Going to raise him herself. Didn't see a need to get you involved, I guess.
Oh, well, if anyone could do it, it would be her.
It's true. Gave up the barrel racing. And then when things got bad, I moved us out here to the medical center, and well, and we lost her, and it's just been Henry and I.
Thank you for taking care of him. I wish you'd called me.
Answer truthfully. Would you have come?
No.
Then I'm glad she did.
That was then. This is now. I'm different now. I can't quite put it into words, but just I'm different now. I'm here now. I want to help. Please let me.
I guess we'll see. Henry is in jail for assault and attempted murder of me. He gestures to his face. You see the really distinct handprints on his throat as he picks through his papers a little bit and grabs the police report and hands it to you. As you take it, he does kind of a old man groan as he kind of stands up out of his chair and flicks on a lamp on a nearby table. So you've got some reading light. You remember that Oscar was a bull rider long ago, and so that while he's only kind of in his 40s, probably pretty hard on him physically.
Yeah. Yes. Fish can't help himself and goes, well, you're looking good.
I think May can see a slight blush that Fish can't because it's too dark in here.
May is like, yikes!
He seems kind of mad that worked a little bit.
May is like, man, get up! Get off!
been 20 years and you can't get over this fucker? Yeah, Fish scans it and, like, you know, passes it, you know, to May, and then it's like, oh, you've probably fucking read this already. Yeah, all right. I mean, arrested for attempted murder. Like, you know, what is that? Like, it wasn't even a success.
He
Like,
didn't
what is-
succeed, so yeah.
No.
What's the thing? I attempted murder people all the time. You see me in jail?
Yeah.
Maze says, now that the topic of we're brushing to Oscar's, you know, I'm gonna get him out with quick thinking and strong legal acumen.
Yeah.
May says, I'm curious, was Henry an inpatient prior to this at any point at the medical center?
You know, we took him in about 2-3 years ago, and he got a little bit of treatment and some medication. Well, he's got a little bit of the brain problems, I guess, but tried to help him before he ran out.
Did it get
Yeah,
better or
those
worse
don't
afterwards?
exist. Sorry.
What? There are no brain problems? Mental illness doesn't exist? Is
Yeah,
that
that's
what
what
saying?
I study necromancy. I think I
real.
would know if the people had brain problems.
Oscar pretty much said it was already getting worse. It just didn't stop it. But he left home, so I couldn't keep an eye on him. As you're flipping through this police report, let me give you the detail pretty quickly. I don't know if like May passes it on to Cal to read as well. But essentially it is the report is Henry Ignacio Malaveda is a key, permanent address none, is accused of breaking into the home of his uncle, Oscar Malaveda, and attacking him with the intent of killing, and then goes into a like witness summary essentially about what happened. It seems like Henry kicked down the back door, shattering it in the middle of the night. Went to Oscar, who's just waking up from the door getting kicked in, and hit him in the face a bunch of times and tried to strangle him. And you notice that Oscar did not file this report. It seems like a neighbor woke up with the commotion and saw Henry running out of the house, as Oscar was then treated for his injuries. And then it concludes with the suspect, Henry, was arrested at the location of the diner and is being held until a trial with no bail available. Like it's a very like normal, like well-written police report. It's very dry, but like you can kind of like read between the lines a little bit about like I think just what you've seen in town so far, and knowing that like Jonas is kind of behind this in some way, you're kind of like, okay, well, the witness is clearly like compromised, but you know, that could be Jonas setting up a witness to get this guy arrested. But also, why would he really bother? You know, if he like controls the town, he can just kidnap Henry and make him disappear, and nobody would ever know. But especially because he's homeless. But yeah, that's kind of the sense that you get there, and kind of like very black and white.
May passes the papers to Cal, absolutely, and then asks, so have they set a date for the trial yet?
No.
How long has it been now?
It's been about a week and a half or so. apparently there is an accident on the road. We don't we
Oh, that's
tend to-
bullshit. It's just to keep people out.
No, I think there's a chemical spill of some kind.
We got it just fine.
Oh,
Unless-
no, because I think there's a chemical
You
spill.
look at the fish like,
Hold on, May. Ozzy, no, there isn't.
No, it was on the main road. It's a chemical spill of some kind.
Like, looks at May to be like,
Can we-
Are you getting
Yeah.
this?
can we roll? I'm going to roll Arcana on him.
Okay.
Not that my
And-
Arcana is good, but
And other people can help too. Try and figure out
Oh,
like what's
should
going on.
I roll Arcana?
You can roll Arcana if you want, but I was thinking like fish like a Eldritch Sight or
Yeah,
something.
okay,
You
I'd
can
like to
like
do
an
an Eldritch Sight.
Someone can do an investigation, like what's happening here?
that's a
Eldritch Sight
17 for
with
me.
Even like a medicine check, maybe.
Medicine. Medicine. And he's
alive.
breathing.
Breathes in, breathes out. Check his heart.
Mm.
It is beating.
His ass is
Got a nasty bruise
his eyes are
there.
still open.
I should become a doctor just like my brother for real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so good at this.
I could do surgery, no problem.
Well, I mean, Zeke probably just like did it out of a book the first, couple times, and they got the hang of it. Yeah. Sorry. What was the checks everybody was doing, and what did they get?
10 medicine and Eldritch Sight with that.
Okay.
And 17 Arcana for me.
Okay.
I did not roll anything. Is there anything that you guys think would be helpful to do additionally?
What does Cal think?
Cal thinks
just wanna
this is
know what's on
fucking
her
weird. I want to do something that would be. This is way more of a Callie set about being like, is something wrong with your brain? But she doesn't necessarily really have that skill set.
He can, in kind of like a very like gross motor way, do a medicine check. Be like, are there any holes in your skull? Any like, I don't know, did the punches like give you a concussion or something? Like you can kind of be like that level of medicine, because Cal does have medical experience and training, just not to the degree that Callie has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess I'll just roll another medicine because that feels right to me. $14.
Okay.
Daenerys, I
Um,
think he's breathing. Yes, she's
concur.
breathing. Yeah.
Very good, fish. Stop talking for a moment. Let me work. With those checks, first off, fish does the Eldritch Sight, and because this is a power you've discovered not that long ago, there is a gray remnant inside of Oscar, and you can
Ruh-roh.
see that rather than being like how everybody else is, where it's kind of like, even how May is, where it's like running kind of through the body, these like gray veins of like almost an infection, it seems like kind of like centralized to his core in some way, and you can almost see it moving. It's like the gray remnant is not possessing him in a way. It's like it's trying to, and like at least partially failing. Like something is resisting it, something is fighting back. It is like bouncing up against walls inside of him while trying to take control. It may have influence over him. You can't tell with the 10 medicine check, but it is definitely not like in control or in heavy influence of him, the way even like May is. Um, and then with the with your 10 medicine, that's what you get, and yeah, his bruises and stuff you think kind of line up with about the timeline that he told you of getting attacked. Doesn't look good. Can't really tell any like other external injuries from that. He seems maybe a little confused by you talking about this. You're not sure. With May's Arcana, which was an 18, I think you said?
17.
17. With May's Arcana, you also notice the confusion and the kind of repetition in what he's saying, which you recognize as something not uncommon to somebody under the effects of a sensitive ability, some kind of hole in their memory that their brain is trying to cover, or like some sort of like suggestion ability or something like that. You're not 100% sure, but you do think with a 17 that like if there is an effect, you will most effectively find it out by doing like an identify on him of trying to figure out what kind of magic is affecting him in this moment. And yeah, with a 17, I think you think for a moment like depending on what the effect is, you may be able to use your rod of transference to like potentially end it or lessen it. But let's wait and see what the actual effect is before we kind of like go into solutions. I think you kind of feel that remnant shift a little bit of like if like you should use this object, and your more rational brain is like, let's actually wait and see what the problem is
Yeah.
first. Let's settle down. And then Cal with a 14, you see that as he's repeating this, his eyes are going a little unfocused, like he's not quite seeing you, and you see like a little bit of like sweat start to form, a little bit of like fear in his countenance, like he can feel that he's saying the wrong thing or like making a mistake, and is a little scared and trying to like figure out what's wrong, but doesn't seem to be able to like make that connection between him saying something that is possibly untrue or and like being able to stop himself in a way. You can see a little bit of that fight in him. You also, I think, with a 14, notice that the handprints on Oscar's neck look like whoever made them had like nails that needed to be cut or something like that. Like at the end of each finger, it's like a little digged into the skin. There's definitely some cuts and scratches that are starting to scab over and heal. You don't know what the state of Henry's nails are right now, but that's kind of something that like sticks out in your mind a little bit.
Is it too much for Fish to like look down at their own hands and be like, what did Henry's hands look like in my vision?
If Cal does share that information with you, you can try and remember.
I don't know if she would be sharing it at this exact moment, unfortunately.
No.
She go,
Yeah.
huh, weird. Get that looked at.
Yeah. Mop
There
it
are
up.
real manicurists in this
Mop it up.
town? Ugh.
We are in a backwater.
Well, okay. Fish, from what information they have, they decide to go. Yeah, no, sorry, I was it was a chemical spill. What? It doesn't matter. I'm here now. The medication. Is there any in the house right now?
Oscar sort of thinks for a minute, And Henry hasn't lived with him as far as you know for like 2 years now. Like it seemed like he did like a something with the medical center, and then came back for like a short amount of time, and then fully left the house. But you didn't see him think for a minute, and then he gets up and heads over to kind of the medicine cabinet in the bathroom and starts pulling things out. He does find a like mostly empty bottle that he can provide you. Yeah.
Okay. Fish is going to like have a look at the big doctor words on that one and go,
Yes, drugs.
Fish goes, phone a friend. Zeke.
Maybe I'm not cut out to be a doctor.
Would Cal recognize drugs, given her medical training?
Unfortunately, even if she is French.
True.
You would know those words in French. You probably wouldn't know them in English.
Fish starts saying them in a French accent. Les opioids.
Yeah, I think I think Cal may be able to like immediately glean more than Fish could, but it wouldn't necessarily be like a lot.
Okay. Well, Fish goes, rattling the bottle, and like then makes the sign at May, the get me in the group chat sign.
Yeah. Yeah.
And goes, there's a grey remnant in him, but it's not like in charge. It's just kind of sitting there.
Just hanging out. That's me, not Cal.
No, I figured. It's just kind of sitting there, and he's pretty much himself, by what I remember, of course. But just it's like blocking full rationality, making him bend to Jonas's fucking narrative. I'm not sure if we can actually get the most accurate account of what has happened out of him.
It's probably not.
Yes.
Probably best not to tell him that he has no chance breaking Henry out on legal technicalities. Hey.
Well, I mean, I guess I was never planning on doing this legally.
No. But he seems quite set that he's going to take this to court and fix it all.
There's no
Well,
problem
I
with
think-
doing that research. We
I
can continue to do that. It might be, we'll say, unless if Henry wants to return to this town, he'll need that at some point in the future.
Mm-hmm. I do think there is a little bit of like a mismatch in Fish's memory of being like, he's mostly the same as he was when I knew him 20 years ago. There is one big difference, which is that he's looking up lawyers and legal remedies, since I remember a tough bull rider who solved problems by beating the shit out of people behind trailers.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're an adult now.
Yeah, no, Fish is justifying it to themselves, like, well, of course, you gotta grow up at some point.
I won't, but
But it's good for other people, I have heard.
mortals, I guess.
Yeah.
If you're gonna have a nasty, wrinkly body, I guess you should be like mature and shit.
That's why I'll never grow up, because I'm still young and cute.
Fish going full Peter Pan complex.
Oh no. Yeah, fuck. Apologies, I'm just kind of blanking. I'm just like,
I mean, you can just like read the bottle and just try to like figure it out as players. it is the character.
Fish goes,
Before we do-
I'm gonna down 10 of these and see if I die.
let's see what happens.
If
Hold on.
nothing
You have a
happens,
chemistry
these are
set
sugar
tests in
pills.
here? No. Ah.
Hold on. Does identify only work for magical objects?
It only works on magical effects, I believe.
Well,
if you touch a
what
creature,
if-
you can tell what's affecting it.
Yeah.
but what if it's not actual medicine, but it is a magical effect? So Fish is going to chance it and just goes, I'm just going to hold this for 5 minutes, and then hopefully it'll tell me what it does.
Yeah, Cal takes one of the pills out. I'm going to say that she does probably enough to... What would be gathered from what form is this pill in? Does it smell like anything? Can I pinch it with my fingers, etc.?
Okay, Cal, give me another medicine check while Fish is doing this identify.
Cal goes, in another universe, I feel like I'd be better at these.
It's always worth asking, even if he's compromised. So Fish turns back to Ozzy and goes, "So what's it like? What was schizophrenia? That was what I was seeing."
15 for me.
Schizophrenia. Yes, psychotical hallucinations. What was that? A dirty 20?
15.
15. Okay.
I lied. I didn't. I just want
Yeah.
the record to show.
Uh-huh. When you look at the bottle, it just says like Dr. Johnson prescribed to Henry Malaveda such and such compound for schizophrenia, listing antipsychotic. You can see that he definitely took like some of them because there's supposed to be like 30 pills in here and there's like 6. With a 15 medicine check, Cal is kind of examining the pills. You are pretty sure they're kind of like homemade / locally made in like a compounding pharmacy. You know, we're not quite to the point of like big industrial medications, except for like very common things. But it does look like genuine medicine. Kind of smells right. Scrape off a tiny amount, kind of tastes right. Within
Cal
a
licks
couple
it and
hours.
immediately is like, the Hat Man left.
Yeah, I was gonna say the shadows of the edge of your visions start disappearing.
Oh, I'm not a necromancer. I'm just crazy.
I guess I kind of assumed this was a necromancy thing instead of an undiagnosed schizophrenia thing. It seems like real medicine as far as you can tell. Without a chemistry set or an alchemist or somebody specializing in kind of compounds, which unfortunately is also Goph. Maybe you could find somebody else, but he does also know that, unfortunately for you. Without being able to like tell, that it has like an active ingredient or the right ingredient or the right dosage or whatever, you think that this does seem like genuinely medicine.
Okay,
Here's
Cal
my
will,
theory.
Cal will let everybody know that. Be like, I'm not an expert, but I think this is legitimate.
You also notice, I'm pretty sure, that this is like an older prescription. Like this has clearly been sitting in the back of the medicine cabinet for a long time. This is like from 3 years ago.
Yeah, okay. She'll share that information.
So my theory is that Henry is not actually going to be in the police station. I reckon they arrested him and then immediately secreted him away through the passageway, and they are doing nefarious experiments upon him as we speak.
I think look, as we speak, probably not, because Fish has checked in multiple times and he is just kind of sitting there for now crying to himself. But
Fish does get an exact pin when they do the read the threads, which means that they know that when you were hiking in, Henry was definitely in the back of the police station. Now at this point, you only have a general idea where he is, so he's like downtown. If he was moved in the interim, you wouldn't get an alert or anything.
Yeah.
You just know that he is currently somewhere in the larger downtown area. But yeah, when Fish checked in, did get a direct he is in the police station.
It's 11 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Mm.
Find my
I told you last night. No.
Yeah. Okay. As you're doing that, identify on the pills. Oscar brings you back to the kitchen table and is kind of showing you some paperwork he's been putting together, some records he has of calls with various lawyers, and talking about how they're having trouble getting up the mountain because of the chemical spill. He's got a copy of a petition for release that he's done of being I'm the victim and I say let him out, kind of thing that's addressed to the sheriff.
Who signed it? Who signed it?
It's a copy that he wrote to the sheriff, and he says that it's just they just said verbally no. They didn't give a formal response or anything. So he is trying all of these options. You can also see a fair amount of as he's digging through and uncovering stuff, you're seeing the layer under all the legal things is financial paperwork, and you can see a couple of pieces of official looking letterhead that say Oscar Malaveda CPA. And you think he's actually an accountant at this point in time. It seems to mostly be freelance accounting stuff for farms and cattle ranches in the larger area. Maybe there's a benefit to being bilingual and speaking with a lot of the Spanish ranchers and stuff. But yeah, that seems to be the day job.
Cal goes, ooh, sexy.
And Fish goes, less sexy.
Less sexy. Ugh, you really grew up.
Cal is going to say, look, I don't know too much about mortal legal systems, but from what I do know is it is sometimes the quickest way to get somebody out of a position like this is having a confession from someone else, especially if you it was Olvera for the last name.
Malaveda.
I'm just getting all my fucking Spanish street names especially if you, Mr. Malaveda, agree that was who attacked you. Now, if you have any idea of who may have actually attacked you,
May looks at Fish.
And Fish is doing exactly what I'm doing because this is acting. And they're like, yes.
And we can pursue that, and she looks at Fish and says, we do have someone with a similar build and appearance to Henry who could potentially take his place in his cell.
Do you think that? Yeah. How about that?
I think when you're pitching this, Oscar essentially says, whatever attacked me, it wore Henry's face and body, but I could see behind the eyes it wasn't Henry. It was something else.
And Fish is nodding yep. No son of mine would that's what I fucking thought. Yep.
Kagan was yeah, no brother of mine would just attack somebody for no reason. And I think also that when you're oh yeah, no, you can maybe Fish could take his place. Oscar's just kind of yeah, right, and then kind of looks over at Fish considering it and is oh.
Do it. No, Ozzy, no, this is perfect. I go in there and I'm a stranger. I don't have to get out through legal means, but we get Henry out through this legal mean of lying. And then he's fine, and then I just bust out. No, it's perfect. And then we all leave this horrible place. Where do you want to live that's not here?
Well, I've been to a couple of nice towns. We came here for the medical center when Isabel was
The
sick.
medical
but,
center's fucked. we don't need that.
Well,
Uh,
they gave her good treatment, maybe extended her life a bit, but they didn't save her, and we just stuck around because this is what we knew. So maybe a change, maybe somewhere else.
Yes, this is perfect. Oh. And, Henry doesn't need meds. He's just magic. Chucks the bottle. Takes it out of Cal's hands because she was looking at it and chucks the bottle.
Hey!
Yeah.
Don't be throwing things in my house.
Oh, sorry.
Henry
Oh.
Henry is magic. I do think he got some of that from you. He got a little bit of our family magic as well, maybe. Bit that was in Isabel, but as far as I know, it's not magic that makes you see things that aren't there. And
Cal goes, no, it's definitely magic.
and we had him tested. We had the testing sorcerers come by, try to figure out his discipline, neoteric or what have you. And no, they said he was a sensitive of some kind, and yeah, the visions or the people that weren't there, the monsters, they said no.
Okay, well, this med center is completely suspicious. How about we take him down to like a sanctuary where actual magical people will look at him?
See, I'm Fish. If you get my nephew out of here, I'll listen to whatever you suggest.
I'm gonna get not just your nephew, but my son out of there. So you're an accountant. Didn't say it for you, but you are still handsome. I will say that.
I mean, we all gotta grow up sometime, There's a lot of medical bills with Isabel.
Yeah. Well, always good at you could always count how many hits you took. So I guess you had that going for you.
No matter how many times I fell off a bull, I knew my time exactly.
So do you want me to actually punch you in the face so that we can, get this assault charge going?
You could try, but then I have to send you to the hospital, and I don't know where that gets us.
Well, then from the hospital, I get to go and break in from the oh, wait, no, does Fish know about it doesn't matter. Fish is just going off on a fucking
May
thing.
knows, and May might have told you, yeah.
Oh, go right under the ground and that's
I
how we
actually
get there.
told them.
Yes, pardon me. No, one of the ladies is probably gonna have to speak up because Fish is going totally.
Yeah.
This is like,
He
if you
leans into
hospitalize
Fish's
me,
ear.
we will be able to do this. I think in this time, you both have been working on your identify spells. I think there is a bit of an awkward moment where May has to be like, hey, can I do a magic thing? And I've got to be holding your arm or something for 5 minutes. It's like, no, why? It's just check if there's magical effects. Weird. Maybe. There's that whole, and then now Fish and Oscar have been talking while you've got a hand on his arm.
Yeah.
Comes back for the identify spell. You get Fish gets back that there is a low-level magical effect in the medication. It is from what you can tell, a tracking spell.
Oh,
Like when
Uh-oh.
somebody ingests the medication and it goes through their body, it sort of creates this tracking effect that cannot be like sourced and removed like it would if you put it on a physical object. Um, so that's definitely something, but no like other magical effects, no like compulsion effects, no anything like that. It may be just medicine with a extra little ingredient. Um, and then for May, you do this identify spell, and for the very first time, the first time you've ever experienced, you can feel like this sense of rot within someone, this sense of decay, like a buildup of pus. And you realize it is the feeling of a gray remnant in someone's body. The first time you've like experienced this
Gross.
externally.
And May's like, well, I don't feel like that, so I
Yeah,
definitely...
that's not me though. I'm too sexy.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think-
clean and crisp.
I think you do feel a little bit of a resonance with your own situation, just a little bit. You're like, this feels familiar in a way I don't want to examine, rather than like entirely rejecting it. You feel that, and you recognize the presence of a gray remnant. Fish warned you about that and said it's not like fully controlling him. And then you get a secondary effect on him that you are not sure is actually magical. It's reading as magical, but it's really, really low level. I'm going to say give me a nature check with advantage.
Okay. I literally don't think I've ever rolled nature. Okay, that is.
You could also do a
17.
Okay,
Well,
I was going to say
obviously I'm gonna do a history.
You could do a history check with not advantage.
Oh, well, that still works for me. I'm going to do history then because I got the good. That was a dirty 21.
Okay.
I got +8 to history.
Yeah, of course you do. I should have said it before you actually rolled and force you to stick with your choice. But
yeah, I was going to be independent about it and be like, actually, if you've already said what the number is.
yeah. No, I wasn't fast enough to give her the option, so that's on me. With a dirty 21, you think back to like the time as a young archaeologist, you got stung by a baby manticore, and were sick for a week, just throwing up in the sands. You remember having to treat your workers who ate some really tasty seeming plants that happen to be growing above a mound of cursed coins that you found in the desert. You have some experience with this world of like magical adjacent effects, like venom from magical creatures, or like the effects of like magical plants or something like that. That's how this is reading to you in Oscar. Not as if he is under a spell, but if he is affected by something from the natural world that is innately magical. And you think, maybe there is a poison or something he ingested or something like that is kind of like affecting him.
It's the medical runoff from the facility getting into the fly. I'm calling it now. The chemicals in the water are making the frogs gay.
Freaking frog's gay!
I knew that's where we were going with this.
Oscar is just like, is It's very weird, I've never been attracted to women before, but there was this one woman the other day, very sexy, and I've never felt that before. It's like, oh no, we're turning the frog
No.
straight.
They're different. No, it's the Derek Landy everyone turns bi potion.
They're just sipping on
Yeah.
constantly.
I'm placing
It's
my bet
turning
now.
the
It's going to
frog
be
dead.
medical runoff. Yeah.
Cal.
I'm telling you, I'm convinced that's what it is, especially because they already have Bill. I'm like, yeah,
Because
like
they
they
already
haven't
have
been
what?
doing. Yeah, they've been spilling those chems, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I guess May like just, puts that in the head for now. There's no point being like, so you're mildly poisoned. What could it be?
Let's go
What's
through everything
poisoning
you
you?
eat and drink in a day. Let's see
Yeah.
all the people you talk to.
Can May do an identify on the tap water? Like if she sticks her hand in a fucking water while
I
everyone
do
keeps
think you
talking?
can do an identify
Probably
on the
May.
tap water. I think the others are going to be looking at you really weird because you
Yeah.
gotta be like, hey, can I get a drink of water? Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
just grab, like a coffee mug, and then you just
And,
gotta be
and
like,
you just hold your
yeah,
hand
you
like
just
this.
stick your
Yeah.
hand in and
Yeah.
just sit like that for a couple. Exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody
give a
looks at you
shit.
like you're a fucking freak, and you were just kind of like distanced from the conversation as they're
Yeah.
now figuring out, like, okay, do we need to put Fish in the hospital? No, maybe that's not a good idea.
No. We'll just retroactively implicate me for the attempted murder. Easy. I got into town earlier than you guys, and I came here to kill you immediately to get my son back. But now you get to have my son back. It's the perfect crime.
Is it? I'm having a little trouble following the crime, but
What's up,
This will-
Kakano? What's up, buddy? What's up?
this
Do you
will
need us to? Yeah.
this will help get my brother.
Well, you see, if I'm in trouble for being the one who attacked Ozzy, then it means that Henry didn't do it. So Henry gets to go free.
Okay, you're absolutely right, and we know that the bad guys, they always do things with honor and fairness, and you just gotta be like, oh, you got me, and you're gonna let Henry go, and then I get to meet Henry, but then you're in
Yes.
jail, but then I guess we break you out of jail,
I just blink out, baby.
right? Yes.
I was gonna say because that worked so well last time. Cal's not aware of that.
Okay, Dad. Yeah, I like this plan.
Yeah, no, it's of course that Jonas is gonna. Yes, of course it will be a fair trade that they're gonna actually honor.
Cal listening to this is like, look, I'm not pretending it's the greatest plan. It's just a way of at least getting into the police station. If everybody has the same narrative, then we have a better chance of at least getting access to Henry.
Yeah. Or again, hospitalize me. They can't turn you away when you've got a broken nose.
That plan sounds good to me. That plan does not sound good to me.
Cal very meanly goes, overruled.
And fish laughs. They're yep. We should be taking this more seriously, but we're not. So yeah.
Does May have any contribution while she's testing the tap water?
She's doing the cat thing where she's like sticking her paw in the glass and then go.
And
It
shaking it off and
drips.
licking a little bit.
May, without looking up, because she's mainly concentrating, will be like, I mean, I could just tunnel this under. It would take a while, but if we did it
Billy
at
Ray
night-
Sanguine, who?
Yeah.
Yeah, but May, didn't they all like perk up when magic got used? Like, wouldn't they just descend upon us?
When they do the same if you use Blink.
But
Which
it's
is like,
different
no,
when it's
I'll be
me because
fast
it's
as
me
fuck.
doing it.
I'll
Yes.
be fast as fuck, boys.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I do agree with Kekino. I don't think they're going to just let Henry. I think legal proceedings is something we deal with after he's safe. And
No,
it's all
I
dealt
said they
with.
would because the people who are against this are good and fair. May, didn't they let you go
Yes.
after they kidnapped? No, wait, they didn't. No, they didn't. I guess I was wrong.
Listen. All else fails, we blow it up and get in there and get out. Fuck everyone in this town.
May makes that
Well-
expression as she is like staring at the water like,
Well, two problems. One, no blowing up anything when Henry's around. I know you're new to being a father. That's rule number one. Number two, fuck everyone in this town. We're not getting back into old habits, Fish. That's
Oh,
how
you
got
know
into
what
this
I
situation in the
mean,
first place.
Ozzy. Come
How
on.
you got into this situation in the first place? I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, you didn't try hard enough to stop me the first time.
You said to me, your sister is looking very nice. Do you and
She
her want to? And I said,
was.
disgusting. No.
She was not looking nice. Okay, so no blowing up. No tunneling.
we
Could
could
we
just
make-
pretend we're meant to be there at the medical facility.
Sure.
Classic disguise.
Yeah, Dr. Ezekiel Flounder coming in for duty.
A medical
Big
conference.
moustache.
I do like that. That's May's contribution. Big mustache. Well, who would I play? I don't know. Big mustache. Maybe their assistant, woman with a big mustache.
Yeah. And the sniper rifle, Andy.
It's up to you guys. Do you want to be like, let's call the cops right now and get them to arrest Fish, or do you want to be like, let's approach the station and be like, oh, citizens arrest, we got Fish, or do you want to be like, let's go to the hospital?
How about
I would like to know what my identify spell has done first.
I'm waiting until you indicate like the direction you want to go before I tell you.
I see. Convenient.
Yeah. I'm just another possibility. Maybe like, hey, is it visiting hours? Can we go? Can we see the boy?
I mean, genuinely, you could.
Oh, we can
you
pretend
could
to be his
ask.
lawyers.
Oh, where is fucking lawyers? Where is lawyers? We're from out of
Yeah.
town, and we're not brainwashed,
Yeah.
and you can't brainwash us. So you have to pretend to like the law at least for 5 minutes, and by that time we'll have gotten him out, and it's solved.
That could work. Can I be
I
a
like the
paralegal?
idea that May was like, "You fucking idiot! You'll never be able to use the law." And she'll be like, "I'm a hotshot
Let me
lawyer
get
from
him
Los
out."
Angeles."
I just want to get us into the police station. That's like the line of thought. We're not gonna be able to get him out, but we can suss it.
No, absolutely, no. I agree. I just think it's incredibly funny and very May.
The law
Yeah,
has
she's
never
right.
worked for anything.
Get him out with being
It
like,
just
it wasn't him.
was.
And also we can leave some infused objects with. Actually, right? Like we can give him a sending stone.
Yep. You could absolutely get him in on the text chain.
Oh, okay.
We're his
well, hold on. We
lawyers.
have to
We're
make
giving him the
one.
things he needs,
wanna
like his
take all the
medication
old-
and a rock.
Fish is like, you mean I can be like, hi, I'm your dad, but like over text, so I don't have to deal with the messy emotion of it? Perfect.
Here's my thing. May makes the sending stone look like a pill. Or she can literally make it a pill. Like she can infuse any object.
Yep.
Yeah.
Put it
No,
here.
if May was willing to kind of just get her tools out and spend a little bit of time,
Yeah.
you could make a sending stone that's disguised. Yeah. You can be like the pill bottle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wow, that guy definitely is schizophrenic. He's using his pill bottle as a phone.
Technically, he'd only be using it to communicate telekinetically, so he doesn't have to do the thing. But yes, that is very funny. I swear to God, Patrick, is the water turning the frogs gay or not?
You
Look, here's my
did
reasoning. Shut up. I need to say this for a second.
You did somehow guess exactly correct.
She's turning the frogs gay.
Somehow.
shows this same biological contaminant in a higher concentration in the tap water.
Fucking called it. Okay, because here's my thought. We find the runoff pipe and then go inside if we're winning another entrance.
Then we have to deal with the medical people first, which is actually probably for the better.
This is just an option. Like, this is maybe another way in, more than I was thinking. Patrick, I love being right.
I know you do.
It feels
I
good,
know this
right?
about you.
May telekinetically says to the guys leaving Oscar out of it, because let's not alarm him. He's already got it going on. Let's not get into that. May's like, let's maybe not drink the water while we're here if we can get away with it. Just an idea. Just an idea. Don't drink the water.
Yeah, is
She
there a
was like
fridge?
laughing it out of the dog bowl, like, what?
Can fish just like open up the fridge and be like, what have you got here that's not water? Here, just have a beer. Just drink this for the rest of the day. How about you do that?
Is that a Coca-Cola?
It's,
I've
Is that a bread
See?
drink?
it's that old movie, The Queen of the Nile, where the two leads were the only one that didn't get horrible poisoning because they only drank alcohol instead of any of the water. Yeah, you can absolutely raid Oscar's fridge for some drinkables that are not locally bottled. You get a couple of beers, you get a couple of Coca-Colas, then you just kind of slip it in your pack.
No, fish is not wanting to alarm him, but being like, hey, Ozzy, don't drink the water right now. just have a beer.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
You need to have some cocaine in your blood, Oscar. You just go.
With advantage. 22.
That's the best suggestion you've had all day. He's absolutely like, don't need to tell me twice. Just takes out a beer, pops the cap, starts sipping it while you're still discussing the details about becoming Henry's legal team.
Yeah. Fish is like, yeah. And now for my next great idea, let's make out. Cal kills them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old does he look?
That is a very interesting question. Oscar looks younger than he is, just not as young as Fish looks. Oscar should be in his early 40s. He probably looks early 30s. He definitely has like a touch of magic if it's like slowing his aging a little bit. Either that or good genetics. It's a little hard to tell at this kind of level. But he's definitely not like a magic person. He's not a sorcerer. He's not a hedge mage or anything. You don't know like what abilities he has, if any. Not even sure he would know if he did have something. But makes him age a little bit slower. You think? It's that level of like, oh, you look good for your age, instead of like, you look the same when I saw you 15 years ago. What the hell?
Which, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, are you guys gonna be his legal team?
Yeah. Ozzy, you just sit there and you drink your beer and you look at your documents, and we're going to go and be bust Henry out of jail by being fake lawyers.
If you're helping Henry, I'm coming with you.
Do you have a briefcase we can borrow? A leather one?
Yes,
For the look.
What kind of CPA do you think I am?
of course. That's what I do.
Okay.
A suit. You probably need a suit.
I wonder if it's me. I don't know if any fits you. It's sort of my like wedding and funeral suit.
Will it fit fish? That's me asking, not mate. Would it fit fish?
You
Would fish
look
wear a suit?
you look at fish built along twink proportions and
As much as they used to be.
and this Mexican man who is very like short and stout, and you're like, maybe with some heavy alterations. Cal, how much time do we have?
Yeah, no, this is another height difference situation, I'm gonna say. For sure.
Yeah.
Would it fit me? Someone needs to be in a suit when you look professional.
You think it would fit May with fewer alterations? You think the bust makes up for the chest a little bit?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I think, and I'm saying this as ink, that it should be that Oscar and Fish are like, we're the family, and we've hired these two big shot lawyers,
Mhm.
and now we're here to supervise while we have a visit, so that they can maintain the client's rights, and we're gonna see the boy.
And will Fish be playing the role of estranged father or
Yeah, for
ex?
sure. Yeah, I just rolled into town, here to see my son.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's
I
get
like-
that suit on me.
I like this plan, but Cal would be like, nobody told me I dressed for cold weather hiking.
You're my very reasonable assistant. I'm the silly big city lawyer who refuses to dress appropriately.
I think Cal can like unpack her bag to like get her sewing supplies, and you all see like very nice clothes that could very easily pass as like a legal assistant, but don't meet Cal's standards for that.
Yeah, no, that is true that if they would have brought their stuff to town, she would have access to that, so she'd be like, just like sighing angrily as she comes back in like a very cute like Elle Woods get up. I know exactly which one too.
I think I'm picturing one. It'd be funny if it was the same one. Anyway, when she comes out, Viz just like goes over to her and puts the hands on her shoulders. Goes, Dinia, thank you for coming.
Yeah, I'm only useful doing this.
As you guys kind of powwow, there is probably a period of time as you sort of like tailor the suit, as May fiddles with making a disguise sending stone, as you get all of these things prepped and such, you get it all together, and Oscar offers to drive you in his truck, and you can go back to town. Is there anything else you want to do, kind of like while you're here with him in sort of privacy?
Yeah, Cal.
Not
I mean,
that.
Cal is like, no. Cal is like, I just, we need as much information as possible. Are you going to be fucking Benoit Blanc?
I see. I am just a poor
Oh, I love
country
the
lawyer.
Futurama chicken, though. I
I'm
love
just
that
a
guy.
hyperspace chicken lawyer, but well, that's what I was asking. What do we think will go down better with small country town police?
You have to be an American because a British lawyer would have had to get their law license in America as well. Very unusual.
But then on the other hand, it's like, do these small town cops know that? Maybe you just go for like bafflement.
Yeah, but also we
They
gotta
flew
give
me in
Jonas
from
the
London.
opportunity. We gotta give Jonas the
Um,
opportunity to compliment her on her acting skills.
I know that the cops in this town do not know this. This is just, I have to do this or my mother's ghost is going to burst from the floorboards. So I don't know if what the case is in Australia, but in America, unless this is something that's more recent and wasn't the case in the 50s, you have to have your law license for the state that you would be practicing law in. So, lawyer May Gladley would have to have a Denver, have passed the Denver bar.
Well, I don't know how to do a Denver accent. Can we just pretend I'm doing it? Can we just say that I'm putting it
Oh
on?
no, you can be southern. You
be a
can
Southern
be
chicken
southern.
lawyer.
It's just, I just am like letting you know that you can't be like my beloved Louisiana. It's like you also love Denver.
I do love Denver very much. So much that I
It
moved
was
here.
really crazy to think about back in the day. Like, a lot of founding fathers from the U.S. were lawyers. You became a lawyer by having an apprenticeship with another lawyer for like 2 years. That was all of the legal training you had. It was genuinely like, if you call yourself a lawyer, you're a lawyer.
Oh, sorry, Colorado. I'm getting my states and cities
Capitals
confused.
of those states.
I accepted it because I was like, it's the capital.
Yeah, no, you had to have it pass the bar in Colorado.
Yeah. Then if you're saying like you want as much information as possible, what questions do you ask Oscar, either kind of here or while you're driving over?
Just basically, I think Cal wants to kind of have a sense of being like, she wants to know without like offending either Oscar or Fish if it could have still been Henry's body that did it with a remnant.
That's
Okay.
what Fish has been thinking anyway.
Okay,
He's just
cool.
like, yeah. It's like, yeah, it doesn't mean he did it.
Yeah, I mean
Just
legally
the
maybe he did it.
veins.
They didn't do it, so. I do think that Fish can kind of think back and be like, there was definitely like times between my Henry visions that there was like an opportunity for him to go and assault Oscar, but it was very much like okay, I'm in Henry's vision and he's cold and hungry and stressed, and then it's a day later and I'm in Henry's vision and he's cold and hungry and stressed. I feel like he might be at like a higher emotional tilt if he was possessed and had just tried to kill his uncle. Like that kind of
Yeah.
level of like, I have no evidence that he didn't do it, but it is.
But would
it
he remember it though?
It would feel weird if he did do it. You don't know.
I don't. Yeah. I guess Cal would be like, so no memory. It's like Fish of like no memory of like broken nails or like scrubbing off blood or nails blood under the fingernails, and then probably was like, and also this person needs a manicure bad.
And he was like, then yeah, my kid's harmless. He's not doing so well. Like, we can't
How hard
judge
is it to find scissors?
Maybe it's just like
Knife even.
cool it, huh? Fish, give me an intelligence check, just raw intelligence,
Okay.
as you try to remember like specific details that were very much not the focus of the vision.
Bad. 9.
Okay. With a 9, you don't remember. Like, you remember, like, seeing his fingers every once in a while, and there was, like, dirt on it. You don't remember anything about, like, scrubbing blood out, or even, like, really, like, the smell of blood, or the like, like, feeling of, like, sweat, like you just ran somewhere and kicked down a door. You don't, like, remember that from your visions with a 9. I think you feel like Henry didn't have long nails. You don't remember that he did, but also with a 9, that's like kind of a weird detail to pay attention to. You're like, I don't know if that's an accurate memory or not that he didn't have long nails, but I feel like you would remember if he did. I don't know. It's a kind of level of like you don't think he did, but you're not sure.
Yeah. No, and Fish is very uselessly just deciding what reality is in this case, which is like he was possessed. He's been used as a test subject for Jonas. He never did anything wrong ever.
Yeah. Cal is like, I guess she's gonna ask Oscar if he has any like gaps in his memory or anything like that, or things that just like don't add up anymore.
Let me see. All right, that's not terrible. With an 11, he kind of like scoffs, like I think I would know, and then he kind of thinks back, and it seems to be like there are actually some times that are fuzzy, but they were not like around the time of the attack. But there are definitely some things where I'm like, I don't fully remember like what I did this day, and it was a day like a couple
Great
months ago, and
Remnant
things
is
like that.
like, his nails were French manicured. They were French manicured. They were not long.
They came to points. They were razor sharp.
Stiletto nails. Stiletto nails.
Yeah, Callus is going to be like, I mean, it could be Henry's body, but not his mind, or the whole thing could be fabricated and made to make Mr. Malveda think that that is what's happened. It's difficult to know what we're dealing with, but I just want to know that we understand as much as a estranged father and legal team would know.
Whatever happened, I'm here to get my son the best help that money can that I can get him.
I mean, I do think if, we're being accurate, then Fish not knowing anything about their son makes sense.
Cal's like, yeah, then.
All right. Well, let's get in the trunk. Somebody's got to sit in the bed. It's like a pickup truck with a really small cab, and it's like, okay, he's driving, and then May and Cal are like squished into the passenger seat and the jump seat, and it's like, okay, Fish, you're in the bed of the truck, just kind of like bouncing around with a Gekino.
And they're just like, oh, I have to be a deadbeat, and it's like, you are a deadbeat. It's like, I know, but I have to be one.
It's very much like somebody's got to sit in the bed of the truck, and then he opens the door and like ushers in Cal and May to sit in the cab. Just very obviously, like, someone's got to do it. It's gonna be the one I don't like.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't know if he's hitting potholes on purpose, but you are bouncing as he drives it back into town with you guys. As you head back into town, May probably, flipping through some papers that she grabbed from Oscar. You've got like a business card with a feminine enough name that you think you can like flash it real quick without. And if somebody doesn't read it too closely, then it's going to be fine. As you get all this work together and sort of get into a character and start heading back into town. It's a little bit kind of like early afternoon, like 1 or 2 o'clock, and I'm still seemingly fairly busy in town. You just see the like one like repair garage in town, and the police squad car is jacked up, getting new tires, and you roll in, kind of park down the block a little bit, and get ready to run this con as you've come in here.
And I'm going to argue that it should be very easy because it's really just leaving out. It's mostly true, just leaving out some information, which is that we're here because we knew magically that this was happening.
We're wizards.
Yeah.
Yeah, to
And
quote
also,
myself,
you're
technically,
lawyers.
we're not really lying that much.
Yeah, we're only lying about being lawyers. We're only lying about the profession that we have, and what we know, and what we're
It's
doing.
like, I intended to go to law school. I just ran out of time.
Yeah,
That's
I
good
actually took a
enough.
couple of subjects at Oxford.
Then yeah, as you roll up, Oscar parks the car and sort of like walks with you, and then as you get to the main street, he breaks off and is gonna like hang out at a park bench where you can like see the police station if you need something or need backup. You can tell that like the desire to help is stronger than like any like useful thing he can contribute in this moment. He just can't bear you to not be part of it while you're trying to rescue Henry. As you head into the police station.
Fish puts an arm around him, like both for the appearance sake and also for like, hey man, this is a lot. I know that. I know.
Kel has been getting more annoyed, just being like, stop making the moves. This is already
And only not
weird.
for normal reasons.
Sister. What did you say, Ellie?
I was going to say, and only annoyed for normal reasons. Nothing
Only
else.
for normal
Yeah.
reasons.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Alright, May pushes
let's-
open the door.
The
Sorry, go
dog has to come with us because the dog is a typist.
Yeah, the dog is also an attorney.
Specially trained
I'm-
from Louisiana.
I'm Paradigo Kekino.
Kekino, can you do an accent?
Lawyer-
Southern Belle, perhaps.
Lawyer May, can I carry your briefcase?
No, I need it. I need it. Good job.
Okay. There may be some pockets in my service vest that you could put pens and stuff in. I will help carry the paperwork.
May has to look away, otherwise she's going to break.
Kekino's really angling for that paralegal job.
And you know what? He's gonna get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna do great.
Alright.
As you kind of brace yourself, get into character, and head on in. Immediately, first thing you get is this is this is a very small place. You're like, you come in and probably like, where is the lead detective? And then, like, the three people that work here are like, what? Who are you? As you push open the door and head inside, it does look like kind of an open plan office in a way of just, it's a bunch of desks and there's a little, like, low, like a, one of those little fences you'll see in, like, a courthouse that's just more of a like mental division between the public area and the like working area than anything practical. And there's just a woman in a like very femme cut version of a deputy's uniform with a little hat, like absolutely the old like 50s eye candy, not at all practical uniform, is sitting at the desk and goes, "Oh, hello, can I help you with something?"
Certainly can. Well, my name is B. Gallagher. I'm here from upstate, and it's my pleasure, and might I say, my pure excitement to be representing a Mr. Henry. Please remind me what Henry's surname is.
Mullivane. Yeah.
Mullivane. Henry Mullivane today. I've also got to deliver him medication, so if you could show me cells, I'd like to get to talking with my client. Oh, of course, no, of course. I completely understand. Here's my card. Shows it immediately. And this was my assistant, my very talented friend, Claire. She's here on a personal favor to me, ain't you, Claire? But, and of course, I'm sure you know Oscar Mullivane, and this is, well, would you like to introduce yourself, sir? May thinking, I can't wait to see what fake name Fish comes up with.
Oh no, Fish is going to be actually very restrained. They're like, what? First of all, it's like, what fake name did I first tell Ozzy when we met? I don't remember what it is. That is,
I'm Henry Senior.
I'm telling you, I'm Henry Senior.
I love that.
I think it's what they do.
Henry Senior, no relation.
I'm Henry Senior. Wrightwood. We hired her.
You're good, right there.
And I'm Henry Jr. Wrightwood. Oh, and
Bark,
you brought a
bark.
dog as well. That's
Fucking the southern accent. Bark,
Bro.
bark, bark.
Bark, bark. Oh, it's a talkative dog you have. Yes, no, of course. Henry is under special consideration, but we can just Sheriff. Cynthia, what's going on over here? Hello.
Sheriff, what a pleasure to meet you. Immediately takes his hand. I was just saying to your beautiful employee here that I am B. Gallagher, here to represent Mr. Henry Mullivane. Legally speaking, I'd like to speak to my client as soon as possible, if you don't mind. And I just threw it there. Is that right? Yeah, I see the door. And Mace is going to start walking very confidently, tipping her head to the other officers as she walks by. Lovely place you got here.
Since May is taking the lead on this, I do think that May does the perception check, which is unfortunate for me. But yeah.
You're good, right there.
I
We
mean,
did-
Patrick, nobody made you give me this plus 9 bonus. Let's see what we get. That's a 21.
With a 21, as you're kind of like, how you going? Just through here? As you're like working your way through the station. The first thing you notice is the sheriff, like the secretary up front seems like concerned in like someone told her people are not supposed to see Henry kind of way. The sheriff looks like almost genuinely confused, as like he's trying to fight through something when you talk about Henry. Like he can't quite keep in his mind who Henry is moment to moment.
Interesting.
And as you're pushing through, you see that the other two officers that are in here, the two deputies, with a 21, one of them kind of like looks up from his work and is looking at the byplay between you, and he turns to the other deputy and says, "Did she say she's here for Henry? That's pretty good." And he looks like a little, like maybe a little hopeful, like, "Oh, Henry got a lawyer, good." The deputy he's talking to, as you're like right through here and start like walking on your own, looks like he's going to pounce on you, like in an animalistic way. Like doesn't something about
He's mighty welcome to.
something about the body language is like inhuman reading to you as you like kind of push through. Looks like he is going to maybe try to stop you. And when the sheriff tries to like divert you and you just kind of blow past him to go into the jail area, you instead see this creature person instead pick up a phone and start dialing as you head
Hang on.
back deeper into the jail.
Hold on. What does thaumaturgy do? We can do seven
about to
things.
say. Can you knock the phone? Can't you like move things a little bit with it?
Thaumaturgy is like you can like blow curtains or like blow open windows or something like that.
Make harmless tremors in the ground to make the person not dial the right number.
Yeah, or jiggle the phone slightly on the desk.
Yeah. I'm doing thaumaturgy for that, please.
Or it could be like, be like, do, your number could not be dialed. Like while he's mid dialing,
Yeah, yeah.
start over and fucks it up. Yes, you choose your effect. You try to fuck him up dialing. I will do a straight up luck check. Choose even or odds.
Even.
Okay. You got even. It looks like you messed him up, and he's getting frustrated. It looks like you bought a little bit of time before he can dial
That's
it
all we
in.
need.
But yes, you're gonna lose sight of him as you stride back into this jail area. It is kind of like classic, like movie style, because this was how a lot of old jails were. Of like, you go into a hallway and it's just like ceiling to floor bars for a couple of different rooms, and as you start to walk through, sheriff still trying to divert you. Oh, I think I need to get some official paperwork, or maybe we need to see a judge about you being the attorney. Are you licensed to practice here? I'm a friend of the
licensed to
family.
practice. Of course, I'm licensed to practice here. I just passed the bar a couple of months ago in Denver. Now, I think you'll find that I don't have to see a judge to speak to my own client. Excuse me, sir.
Bark,
Yes,
bark,
well,
bark, bark.
Yeah.
I'd like to roll performance for an assist because Fish is now going to be playing the role of the hysterical father. And I'll roll first to judge
Yeah.
how it goes. 7.
Oh,
No, it's not the total. It's 15.
oh, good.
I can't get a 7 on a performance roll. It's impossible.
Alright, we need her.
Yeah,
Fish is now gonna come in as hysterical dad to be like, and I shouldn't need to see a judge to talk to my own flesh and blood.
Now look
yeah,
at this.
that's not how the law works. I
Roll
think.
him.
That's my son you have in there. I need to see him.
Oh,
That's not
Henry,
how the
Cena, I
law
beg you,
works.
keep it together.
And if it does, it's bad.
Starts crying on May's shoulder. Now look what you've done. Here, Sheriff, if you just let us right through, we'll be out of your hair lickety split.
Boy, I never even laid eyes on my boy. They tried to keep him from me.
You watch the sheriff like make the decision that this is not worth it, and kind of like fold, and then just like instantly like, okay, yeah, whatever you need. I can get a desk and we can bring it into the cell so you can have a meeting. And is there anything you need?
Yes!
Coffee
Like a
or
desk.
anything?
But first, I want some privacy with my client. And like, while May's walking forward, so he has to keep stepping back until he's out of section, like through the door, out of the cell, and then May close. And it's like to, I don't know, it's like to Oscar, fucking keep that closed.
Oscar kind of posts up at the end of the hallway, kind of like trying to get an angle on like where to see where Henry is, but is going to like kind of guard this door for a moment to keep him from listening in. As you go through, you see that this little hallway ends in a door that's marked basement. And in the last cell before then, you see a figure kind of on the bed, which is kind of a like army surplus cot, just kind of curled up on his side, and you think
His
he's kind
sprints.
of, I think he's just kind of like just waking up as he rolls over. What?
Good, right there.
The fish sprints on down there, practically like collapses on the knees, and is doing the thing where it's like, I'm just gonna get through the bars real quick. And it's like, oh my god, Henry, is that you?
Yeah, I can get through the bars.
Okay, no, okay. Go through the bars and give him a big hug and purr and make him happy and comfortable. Go.
Kekino, this person is sort of waking up, sort of rolling over. You see that the first thing you see is that they're sleeping in a position of fully like tucked in, like almost naturally, like arm curled up to protect the head, other arm curled up to protect the side, like someone used to like being attacked in their sleep, maybe something like that. As they're sort of starting to stir, as they're uncurling a little bit, you think this person is maybe slightly taller than Fish, or about Fish's height. Has kind of the curl of Fish's hair, but in a brown color, and it sort of like pulls off the jacket that is like covering his face as Kekino fully like hits his back and like jumps onto him in a big hug and goes, "Henry, it's me, your brother!" As this figure on the bench startles like straight fucking up, like you see him like clear the bench in a moment and honestly try to kick Kekino across the room pretty hard. Kekino's like, whoa.
Fish sees the way that the wind is moving and just recalls Kekino. He's just no familiar right now, no Kekino right now. Take him back. Go be with Dad.
Henry, it's me, your brother Kekino! As this figure it sits up, throws off the jacket they had over their head, and you see Henry.
He is no longer inside.
Henry, is it you?
He has a.
Yeah, I'm.
Look at me. Look at me.
Are you?
Hi, it's Fish. I mean, I'm your dad. Hi, it's me, your dad. My name's Fish. I'm going by Henry Senior right now. We're doing a whole thing. We're gonna get you out of here. So don't worry. We're gonna go. Oscar's here. We're gonna leave, and you'll be safe, and it's gonna be okay. So don't worry about it. Okay? Okay? You're gonna be.
I'm here, Henry. Henry approaches incredibly cautiously, like with the body language, like he's expecting someone to hit him, to be honest. As he comes forward, you can see his eyes, unlike yours, which sort of turn that bright green when you use your powers. He's sort of like a very natural dark green. As he kind of slowly slides over to you, and you see, now that you have a chance to like examine him, you do see some of his mother's features in him a little bit, as he gets close but does not quite go to touching the bars. And
Fish just reaches their hand out through. It's like, hey, hey, take my hand, hey, and it's like it's okay, it's all right. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Give me a persuasion check.
Nine.
Take a +4. Take a +4. Take a flash of genius.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, actually, Cal will also do a guidance. This seems important.
Thanks.
Fish, don't act like yourself.
Fish is like, I'm your dad, I love you, and May and Cal immediately go, oh, this is going wrong.
Too strong.
Too strong. Ease it back. Just pull it a little bit back.
You're good, right there.
Henry looks at you, kind of like searchingly. Looks at your hand, and then says, "You're
Alright, we need him.
Fish? You're my dad?"
Yes. You saw me. I saw you. I was seeing through your. You remember?
Yeah, no, I do. I saw you, and I saw you had green eyes, and
Yes.
he takes your hand and like slowly comes a little bit closer.
And Fish like grasps it also with both hands and is like, "Oh my god, I'm holding you," and like kind of shuts their eyes for a second, like as if they can like physically make the thread stronger, like in that moment already.
Do you want to actually try to do that?
Yes, yes.
Okay. As you focus on it, you can feel it start to strengthen just a little bit, and then it wavers. As Henry gets in close to you, and seems like very tentatively like starts to reach out through the bars to give you a hug.
Hey, buddy! Oh my god! Huh? We're meeting for the first time. How crazy is this? Turn on Eldritch Sight. Is there a Grey Remnant in there?
There is not a Grey Remnant. This is not Henry.
Fuck.
At
Iris?
this moment, as Henry has now come close enough to the bars that Oscar can see their face, in that moment, you realize at the same time that Oscar says, "Wait, no, that's the thing that attacked me!" Claws come out of Henry's fingertips from the hug as they dig into the side of your throat and try to
Hang
rip
on.
it out.
Hang on. Can May Silvery Barbs. Before you do anything, can May Silvery Barb?
Silvery Barbs requires the re-rolling of the attack roll, which I haven't rolled yet. So you
Okay.
can Silvery Barbs in just a moment if you want.
Will this make the magic alarm go off?
He is no longer inside.
You don't know.
Fuck.
He has a.
I mean, we didn't seem to have anything when we just did guidance, and
Those are cantrips, though, right? I'm assuming that's the difference.
maybe.
Maybe.
Blasphemous Darts is a cantrip. It made the thing go off.
True. So maybe.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
know
sure
you
if it
already
counts as the
arrived in
same.
hallway. The reason you knew something had happened is these like watch.
Everyone
dog,
looked at us, yeah.
Figures like
Yeah.
noticed you. You're alone. You don't have that feedback.
True. True.
Also, I did think this was gonna happen, and I thought what Fish was gonna do would be like, I don't know who the fuck that is. Kekino, retract your hug.
Gagano, take that hug back. He doesn't deserve it.
Slap him.
Yeah, May's gonna Silvery Barbs, I think.
Yeah, I think
Reactively,
that's
like,
wise.
oh, like, get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Which requires him to re-roll the attack roll, right?
Yes, and you must use the lower roll.
Where you want me?
Okay.
You're good, right there.
Okay.
Where's Ruth on?
He is no longer inside.
Don't tell me you got like 2 nat 20s.
No, but Silvery Barbs was used in a very funny way because the original roll was a 12, which does not meet Fish's new AC. The second re-roll was a 20, but you have to take the
Have to
lower.
use the lower.
So it was like,
And then Silvery Barbs isn't done yet, because I can choose someone else in range that has advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. I give it to
Yep.
Fish.
okay.
Fish is not going to hit this thing. It looks like his
No,
son.
ability check or saving throw.
Okay.
Fish, you already beat the shit out of all of our reflections. Get over it.
Yeah. You need to nut up.
I don't like
What
that.
got us
I
in
don't
this
like that in this context.
As this thing that looks like Henry flicks out its claws and and pulls you in. Its mouth opens wider than it should with its jaw structure, and you see like shark's teeth, just rows of teeth behind teeth going deeper into its throat. As it lunges for you, May, this is very similar to a specific track from Persona 3. Yeah, it's not the same, but it is similar. As it lunges for you, May, silvery barbs, and the thing tries to bite and ends up biting one of the bars between you as the teeth kind of like clack and clatter close a little bit away from its from your throat. As you pull back, you get big like scratches along the side of your neck, but you manage to pull back far enough.
Yeah, Fish screams and cries out and like back slams against the opposing wall because we gotta get as far as humanly possible from this fucking thing. But they don't have anything to say except mumbo jumbo because they're in shock.
Can May roll an Arcana?
Sure. What are you trying to
Sorry,
glean?
May, you go.
I was gonna say Cal's gonna grab Fish by like the shoulder and be like, "Can you have any way of locating the real Henry?"
And Fish is like, "Oh my, but it was supposed to be here."
There are multiple jail cells in a jail, Fish.
You have walked past every other jail cell and know it's empty.
They're all empty.
Cal's
Okay.
gonna be like, "You don't have a connection to this, right? You haven't been seeing this the whole time."
No, he's real. This just isn't him. But to answer the question, Fish can only consult threads once per long rest.
Oh, so they can't
Yes.
check if they're connected to this one.
May wants to roll Arcana, and she's specifically thinking about the fucked up medical experiments she now knows are going on, like based on her previous experience at the last medical center in China. She wants to know if this is like a manufactured being or some other magical creature that she might.
Henry
knowledge
too.
I would say
Yeah,
this is
electric
Arcana
boogaloo.
or
Your grandson.
We're probably going to do Arcana because I think that's better than my animal handling.
They'll
Yeah,
give
it
you
is.
slightly different information. Yes,
That's
this is
fine.
Henry Jr. Jr.
That's 18.
Okay. With an 18, you are flashing back to that lab in China. This is whatever this creature started life as, whether it was like a creature that was altered or whether it's entirely artificial, you know this is not a Henry transformed. This is something else that can look like him. And with an 18, as this creature like gnashes its teeth against the bars and tries to reach for Fish, you actually see the skin of its shoulder start to like slough off in a way that's making it thin enough that it is starting to push through the bars towards you.
Fucking hell. Okay.
You think that it may be
Fish is IRL
maybe
hysterical.
maybe something with like some sort of shape-shifting ability to look like Henry, because it is looking less and less like Henry as it comes after you.
I think
Fucking hell.
Cal's instinct is they're trying so hard to do normalcy in this town. If this thing wants to go after us, it's like, fine, let's go run into the public. So she wants to, that would be her suggestion about being like, we need to go to the front lobby.
The other thing is that we're right next to the basement.
You
get
can
into the
tunnel down
hospital.
too, May. You'll be
We
a
can
little
get-
mole man.
We can go down through the basement through to the hospital undercave thing.
Fish is in absolute hysterics and freaking the fuck out and very upset and betrayed that I lie all the time, but how dare you lie to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm immune. I'm supposed to have full immunity to being lied to.
Yes. Once again, it's different when it's me. So they're just having a fucking freak out about it. So no suggestions from them. You just have to drag them along to whatever's happening.
Other Oscar is with us. We're probably, but it might be useful to have Oscar with us because at least he's a known quantity in the town. We go to the hospital.
Also, he's a regular guy with no magic. He might be good at punching, but I don't know if he's particularly
That's
good
the other
enough
thing.
to be in a boss battle.
Yeah.
I'm kind of leaning that we have Oscar like run up front and see if the guy follows. But if not, maybe we just want to sneak out and try and lose this thing and get to the hospital.
Okay. We very loudly went in here, and 3 people can attest to this.
Yeah.
I feel like we should be accounted for at least.
We just come back out and we're like, hey, why are you feeding my client crack cocaine? Look at his teeth.
Why does my son have rabies?
Yeah.
This is your fault. You're
literally
liable.
we just come out and we're like, we need to take him to the hospital.
Well, the thing is, I've got projection system, so if we did want to go to the underground, I can just fake us walking out.
And being like, goodbye.
I think one of the things you're realizing as this is all happening very fast is this thing is like clattering and snarling against the bars in a way, trying to reach you. It's not particularly quiet is the issue. And you can start to hear noise from like the main room as the sheriff is like, Oscar, what's that noise? And other people like moving towards the door into where the jail cells are.
My client has become quite excitable.
As an officer of the courts, I think you recognize that anyone would be excitable when offered freedom in this moment. Please give me privacy with my client.
That's so fucking
Just really happy to see his dad.
yeah. I know this is all happening in an instant, Patrick, and you want us to make it quick. I guess to be absolutely certain, we don't want to take advantage of, like, we have access to we're more likely to have access to the underground passageways right now.
I don't love the idea of running through a hallway with a big scary monster at our back.
Fish is in full stupid mode, and so it's therefore we are giving up this opportunity. Yes, we are doing it. We're choosing to.
Okay. In that case, May is going to usher Fish back towards the entrance.
Yeah, and they scramble.
Okay, but you are trying to get back into like the police station.
Yes.
Yeah, coming back out that way.
The door's locked, Patrick reveals.
As you are heading back to the police station, the door into the cell area has like a reinforced glass window, like a cutout to look into the main room. The door like locks via key. There was nothing for Oscar to like throw, so Oscar is like the sheriff is trying to push open the door, and Oscar is trying to like keep it shoved closed, of being like, Oscar, what's going on in there? Nope, nothing. We just want some privacy. As you're doing that, so you are going to like run up and try and like get out of there past him. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
May would be like, to Oscar, we need to leave now. Like, she's not just shoving past Oscar or anything, it's like, change of plans. That's not him, out. Like, we need to find
Yeah.
another way.
Okay, the meeting is done. Let's sorry, everything's fine. And he like opens the door suddenly, and the sheriff kind of like stumbles into the room as Oscar tries to like push past him out. As you are all running, you see this creature continue to kind of slide out of the cell. It's about halfway out now.
Okay,
slams
and
the
is
door
it
shut.
and like no reaction to a normal person that it should be pretending to be normal about?
You you see the moment when the sheriff looks up and sees a weird fucking creature crawling out of his jail cell. Give me an insight check.
12.
Okay, 12. You watch the limits of whatever has occurred to the sheriff like stretch and then break as he gets freaked out, totally calm. Freaked out, totally calm. Freaked out as like you can see whatever effects is on him like try to make this okay and not work. As he goes,
Well, there's no need for this sort of drama just because my patient is suffering from a skin affliction.
My son has been changelinged!
the head is going through the bars and like the features are like sliding all off to one side like by the ear as it like slides through the bars.
Alright, this is incredible.
Yeah, are you guys just getting the fuck out of there?
We feed the cops to it and we run.
I'm wondering if it'll calm down now that we're no longer in view. Because it could have done this at any point, right?
It certainly seems like it was an ambush, like on you in a way. You know, it was trying to like kill Fish or something, or kill whoever came to rescue Henry, maybe.
But my thing is just if we're going to go full normality, like by going out here, we need to commit to it. Unless like unless this thing actually comes after us, I don't think the shits. That's me as a player speaking, not me.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I'm just like having paralysis on decision paralysis on like
Yeah.
what
No, I feel
is
that.
the best move to do.
I mean, but Fish is hysterical, so they can do whatever they want, frankly, in this moment. And we'll just like go, oh, he's so upset. Like,
Yeah, fuck. I think Fish just wants to get out of there because they're
Yeah.
so freaked out. And if that means that the plan is that now we just go across the road and go through the front doors of the med center and be like, trying it, take two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We understand you have a patient here. Where are his lawyers?
Yeah. Where is
Yeah.
lawyers and family? He's not over there.
the police
Yeah.
told us to come here.
Yeah, the police
Yeah.
went, oops, I guess he went to the hospital. I think he
Yeah.
has pneumonia.
We thought it was strange too, but here we are. This is all very
Someone
normal.
has to answer for this. Basically, forcing an authority figure out to be like, I acknowledge the weirdness of the situation. It's like, oh, good, now we've gotten a win. Is my thought. So Fish is in full on. I'm gonna go out and everyone's gonna come with me, and we're gonna feed the police to the. We're just gonna shut the cops in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that's
definitely
fine,
what
the cop
made.
can die.
Fish goes,
Probably-
I practice what I preach, and what I preach is a cab. Goodbye, police.
Yeah. Not like they can use their car. I busted the tires.
Shit, right.
Yeah. No, that's.
Okay. As you push past the sheriff, who is still screaming, and you go out into the main room to try and get like an authority figure to like answer for this or recognize the weirdness. You see the receptionist is. As you push through this door, you see the receptionist is standing by the door to the outside, perfectly still, perfectly stone-faced, just looking at you.
You're good.
I'll just slide. Okay.
Give me one moment. The normal-seeming deputy that you saw, which Fish would recognize as the one who was kind to Henry, and is in the corner throwing up and scared. Next to him on the ground is bloody clothes and like skin that may have once been another deputy.
Oh.
Okay, do you still do
Well, I
Eldritch
was
Sight?
told.
Do you take,
Yeah.
This would be a nice country
Yes,
town.
please.
take a moment to do Eldritch Sight?
Yeah.
Okay. The normal deputy has a gray remnant, although it doesn't seem to be like affecting him that much. It looks like a pretty fresh possession, to be honest. The woman at blocking the door is full on a full remnant, full black remnant. You see the skin start to run with the black veins as it looks at you. You don't know where the other animalistic deputy is, other than that you see what maybe was part of him on the ground. I want to just clarify that you're all like rushing out into this room. You know, you're leaving the sheriff behind. You're just pushing through and seeing
Does he
what's what.
suck?
You didn't do an upside on him. You don't know.
Oscar
Patrick
is
is
like,
like-
I love that
Oscar,
man. I
he
was best man at his wedding.
Hey, Patrick, is there a ventilation system in that room?
There is. It looks too small for like a human being
Okay.
to get through, but maybe
But
a
not
weird
too
gummy
small for a
creature weird.
Kekino.
Yeah, not too small for a Kekino, and maybe a weird gummy creature could like fit through there.
Cool. So, I'm imagining that May is tailing behind everyone. And then steps out, Troy style, into this burning fucking shithole of a room.
Yeah.
Pizza box is like, oh my god.
And Fish goes,
Do declare.
black remnant, grey remnant, pile of skin, summon Kekino back. Kekino comes out in the poisoned tap water, so he's sick.
If Kekino comes back and goes, everything is fine, there is nothing wrong at all. You go, oh no.
There's no war in Boxing Say.
Yeah, I think summoning Kekino will probably have to wait, as we are kind of starting to be in action economy a little bit. You know, you use kind of your immediate reaction to do the Eldritch Sight.
Yeah.
So let me double check something really quick.
I love it when he says that. I love it when he has to double check something real quick.
I have to double check something real quick.
I have to look at this level 20 character sheet. And I want to see what bonus they get to initiative. A plus 10! Fantastic!
Fantastic. Absolutely wonderful.
And
May's
Ellie-
like, but I was enjoying doing this accent. So,
And Ellie, do you remember
Oh my god. Okay.
in the hospital the
Christ.
creatures
Yeah.
had a legendary
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? It didn't stop me climbing into that vent and shooting the shit out of it.
She still did it. She fucking did it.
As you all step out into this room and Fish goes, black remnant, gray remnant, pile of skin, May has a passive perception of 19, which beats the 17 itself. You walk into this room and instantly feel the tingle on the back of your neck. Up.
May goes up. Just like right in sync with Fish.
You
And then it's
immediately
going to
look,
shut out of the side.
You immediately look up for just a moment before turning and diving out of the way, and you see a creature that perhaps started along a human pattern. It has become more like a flesh spider, as it has sort of like folded in half, and is
Isn't
clinging
that
to the
kind of
ceiling
like what was in the hospital?
and about to drop on you. Very much like along the same like design structure made by the same group, probably, but not
Yeah,
the
Mace
exact, not the
Names
exact same.
instead of 100 hands.
Ugh.
This I'm pretty sure is a thing from fucking what was that video game? The video game with the engineer. Yeah, this is kind of what it looks like. As
Not TF2
Dead
then.
Space. Dead Space.
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a creature from Dead Space, but it kind of looks like this.
Yeah, it is.
This is on the ceiling, as it's about to drop down and jump on you. Fish, as May says up, and you look up and see this thing, something flashes through your mind in this moment. Something a little out of sync with what is happening around you. Look at the skin suit on the floor. That guy looked familiar. Look up at this creature on the ceiling. If this was folded more into a human shape, if it was in its human disguise, Henry saw this thing. These two deputies came up to help Henry. One offered help, and the other he saw as a horrifying monster that kept him from asking for help. This was that monster. Henry's not crazy. Henry sees what is actually there.
Oh, he's got the magic eldritch side. Very nice.
And it is in this moment that you gotta get the fuck out of the way as this thing is dropping down.
Yeah, we're dodging. Dodge
okay,
roll, dodge roll, dodge roll.
I would say that because we said Fish and May were kind of like coming through the door immediately after.
Yeah, I said May tackles Fish out the way.
Okay, you're coming through immediately after Oscar, who's like the first one out of like, oh, I guess we're going. Then I think that leaves Cal as the last one who needs to kind of roll to dodge this attack. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
I believe I've got a case of police brutality.
You're gonna be hearing from this lawyer's lawyer!
And Fish is like, good, never represent yourself. I know how bad that goes.
Many times, many experiences. It took like 7 cases for me to learn that lesson.
Yeah.
Now I just fuck a lawyer before I need help.
That's how I
Alright.
get my lawyer from retainer.
I got a 13 for the dex saving throw.
Okay, cool. 13 does not cut it, so let me roll
Cool.
damage.
Excuse me.
Yes. Where is...
Does Cal have time for a scene? He like looks up, sighs, and then it just fucking looks.
Another one
I
of
think you're
those
wondering how I ended up here.
that like TikTok trends that's like just one of those days.
Just one of those days.
Hi Shishito.
As
Hello,
Cal
little
looks
man.
up, the creature wraps itself around you as Cal finds herself grappled in sort of like a giant rib cage and
Ugh.
arms wrapped around you. You immediately take
Oh, you're gonna go into the attic. That's not okay.
Leave me alone. You immediately take 14 points of damage and are restrained.
Cool.
So you are
God's
stuck
sake.
in this creature. It looks like this is affecting the creature's ability to move for the others.
I'm a sacrifice!
Yay, I'm a sacrifice! As it looks like it affects this creature's ability to move, but as it is like eating and starting to digest Cal, as you guys get out of the way.
Just leave me behind! Get Henry, I know it really matters to you.
No. Not that this means anything, but I think this is perhaps the one thing that Fish could have seen that makes them go, I can make decisions again. Let's kill this thing.
I did think you were going to be like rescuing Cal, tearing this thing apart, and saying out loud, "Not that this means anything."
Not that it means anything. Absolutely no relation to like the hierarchy of things that I care about, but
So, we gonna roll initiative?
Yes. I don't have a battle map because
No.
so you should just let us win, please.
Yeah.
to be fully honest, I expected you to run basement direction, not back out here.
Fuck.
But
Is it too late?
no, that's totally
I mean,
fine.
that just means we were gonna fight
Disagree.
there. It wasn't the better option.
You're
But yeah,
right.
let's roll initiative.
Kishito, can you give me advantage?
That is a 19 for May.
13 fish.
Okay. Let's see if I can make
19 for
Shishido roll
May.
for me.
13 for fish.
Shishido,
Come on, Shishi, make it a good one.
come on. Roll the dice. Come on. Kick it with your little foot. No interest. Okay, well, I tried. That's not too bad. 18.
All right. My laugh is that I went, okay, time to roll for Oscar and the other cops. I'll make this roll just the other cops. Nat 2 for a total of 3. Oh, good thing I didn't. Good thing I decided at the last minute to not roll for Oscar. Okay, this one's for Oscar. Nat 1.
He's out of shape, you know? He hasn't had to attack a bull in a long time.
He's
I
been
think-
counting too long.
It is just genuinely a thing about being like, you guys are all like more used to eldritch horrors from beyond imagination than he could be. He's like, I fought dudes in parking lots that like or tried to cheat me, tried to cheat on bets that I made. This whole weird gummy demon thing, that's beyond my experience.
My nephew has schizophrenia, excuse me.
Yeah. You're attacking the guardian of a disabled person.
God.
Okay, that is May at the top of the round with the beasts at on deck. Then Fish and what did Cal roll?
8.
Fish, then Cal.
No, it was 18. You heard 8.
I heard 8.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, it was 18.
Oh, 18. Oh, okay. Top of the round then. May, Cal, then the beasts. Then Fish, the rest of the deputies and the sheriff, and Oscar. Oof. All right. Top of the
Not
round.
that he's gonna be able to move for 10 hours, but Fish does go, Oscar, just go home.
Oscar, you're done. You
I'll
gave it
call
a good
you when
college
it's more
try.
normal.
Listen, we may need to go through some financial records or something. I'll call you.
It's not you, it's me.
Okay. For May's free action, she's going to do an investigation check whether this thing has the same legendary ability as the guys from the hospital. And I'm
I
going to
will
argue
say-
Patrick.
Outside of a nat 20, you're not gonna get that until you try actually fighting it.
Nat
Might get
20.
one. I might get one. And I'm going to use Repository of Knowledge. Previous case.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please give me a net. Okay.
Sounds like not a nat 20.
Not at 20. I would also like to say, I am going to get things besides that,
Yeah, of
right?
course. That's why I
Yeah.
told you. I'm like, have backup questions.
Yeah, okay, well, I'll reserve my question until you tell me a thing. That is 22.
For a 22? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you focused entirely on this creature or like more at the room at large?
No, I'm focused on this creature. I want to know how to take this out.
Okay. You see that the way it is holding Cal, kind of trapping her in this cage, stabbing her with its rib bones, and some sort of like acid starting to try to dissolve her. It's also wrapped its arms around to keep her in. You see it is affecting its movement. You don't think this thing can like drag Cal along and move. You think it's kind of like a trapdoor spider of like it
Okay.
triggered its thing. Now,
And now it's
if it does have movement, you don't think it's very fast because it's essentially dragging Cal after it. So it is limited in its ability to attack and move.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what? Not unlike that. Not what I was
Yeah.
thinking, but not unlike that enemy from Kingdom Hearts 1.
I was
Yeah.
just thinking of Pinocchio just over and over again, going,
Get me out of here!
And
Oh.
Ellie, it's been a little while since we played, but that one enemy from
Lethal?
the one that you have to enter the password. Yeah,
Oh, yes.
Another
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Every day we suffer.
yeah.
Tell me how to kill
Unfortunately,
this thing,
if we are saying Cal is Pinocchio, that does end with Riku grabbing Cal and saying, "I have unfinished business with this puppet." So let's hope it's not Kingdom Hearts rules. Yes, you think its ability to move and attack other people other than Cal is very limited right now. It can get that back, but only by releasing Cal or killing her. You think it is going to continually do damage to Cal every turn, kind of regardless of what else it does. It may be it's positioned in such a way that it's like mostly blocking the door back into the jail cells. You see that Oscar and the sheriff are kind of on the other side, now trapped between this thing and the Henry creature coming out of the cell. That's not a good position to be in. I think you see that very similar to the creatures you fought in the hospital. There is like a toughness to this creature to a certain extent, like a shininess to its musculature that you recognize as a sign of it being like engineered. You remember that the hospital stalkers were weak to fire and took extra damage from that. You don't know if that would apply to this creature, but because you're thinking back on past cases, that's what you think of.
Does May get the sense that it's particularly weak with intelligence saving throws?
To intelligence saving throws, you don't know. This was able to like at least pretend to be a human being day to day,
Yeah.
so it may not be stupid, but it may not be the smartest thing. Yeah, you don't know.
Okay. Last question, Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get Can I get a? Do I get a sense of how many hit has?
No.
Yeah, do I have the scan ability?
Yeah.
Do I have the scan ability for Kingdom Hearts?
Is there a health bar at the bottom of my screen?
Do I hear boss music, or is it just the same generic battle music?
Yeah. Okay. Can I rephrase that another way? Do I get the sense it has this?
You get the sense that it is both this creature and the hospital stalkers are like rejects. They're things that didn't work out for whatever they were designed for. You know, they are the bottom of the barrel, the things that didn't quite make the cut. There are various reasons for that. Health may be one of them. It may not be as resistant as whatever the abomination is trying to design them for would like them to be. And you also, I think, get the sense of being like, hey, if I was designing like a suit of armor, I could make it resistant to all damage, and I was a walking fortress, and I can only move at like half a mile per hour because I'm carrying 100 pounds of steel, or I could have one that's flexible and moves, but you can't really do both. So it's like, this thing was able to ape a person. If that was the design focus, being really tough and tanky would have been secondary. That's kind of like your engineer way of thinking of it.
Yeah, cool. I promise I'm asking the HP question for a reason, guys. Okay, May is going to whip and shoot at this thing.
Okay, whip and shoot. Give me your attack rolls.
Yep. That is 21 for the whip. Oh, May really wants to shoot this. And a 27 for the blunderbuss.
Okay. So both of those hit. Give me your damage rolls.
Perfect. Okay, the whip is 6 damage, and I'm going to expend a charge, which I have never actually used this, to do light. Use the light enchantment, which blinds this creature for its until I think it's. Where is it? Oh, sorry. So you need to make a Constitution saving, Patrick. Sorry.
Did this creature needs to do a Constitution saving throw?
Yes. Yep.
Or it's blinded. I think you
No, it
have
needs
to do
a
that.
Constitution.
I think you have to do that as an action. Let me double check the way that works. You also have the protect enchantment
Yes,
on
I get
there
a little
now,
bit of-
so you get a little bit of
HP.
help. Yeah.
It doesn't say anything about an action. It's just extending the charge to force the creature to make a saving throw.
Okay. Yeah. No, if it doesn't use an action, then it's just part of the attack. Okay. Constitution saving throw.
It's gonna be a 16.
Well, that was a nat 1, so no.
Hey. So it's blinded until the beginning of my next turn.
Okay. You watch this creature like unfolded, has kind of like spider-like eyes of like multiple eyes of different sizes
Oh, he's
in a
mega
very
blinded.
in like very random patterns throughout its skull. You see like a bunch of the eyes snap shut as it screams. Some of the smaller and medium-sized ones don't close in time, and you see fully like burst and like black ichor is dripping down its face onto Cal.
Gross. Sorry,
and
Cal.
yeah, give me damage for the blunderbuss. Oh, and you get
I
one
do spread
temporary
damage.
HP.
12, 14, 19 damage.
Okay. 19 damage, which means Cal takes 9 damage.
Fuck off!
As you go to fire, this thing stretches itself out to brace itself, and Cal is like front and center as you blow through her into this thing.
Jesus.
You
okay.
think guns are gonna be pretty dangerous against this thing specifically.
Lesson learned. Sorry, Moody.
Cal goes, ow!
Ow! Stop shooting me, please!
Does the creature still takes full damage?
Yes. Creature took
Okay.
19, Cal took half.
Okay.
Half rounded down.
And then for my bonus. I'm going to sprint forwards past it, and while Cal is still exposed, manage to touch her and you cast Fortunate Soul on her. But then keep running past.
Okay, so you're trying to get an arm in to cast Fortunate Soul on Cal.
Yeah,
That's your bonus action.
while she's exposed, while she's nasty and exposed.
Okay. Yeah, give me a, yeah, I think probably a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Okay. I know I get advantage for one saving throw, but let me double check. I think it might be intelligence. Oh no, it's Constitution that I'm casting. Sorry.
Shinobi giving you advice on how you should use your move. Yeah. He really was mean mugging me when I said that.
15.
He was like, you guys are dumb, I'm trying to save people. Just leave.
Yeah. Yeah, you stupid piece of
Cal-
shit.
Cal's dead now. Just go. Sorry,
Leave her behind.
what was the saving throw?
15.
15. Okay. With a 15, you do manage to get your hand in and touch Cal and do a Fortunate Soul without getting burned by stomach acid.
Yay.
As you then sort of run away.
Yeah, I'm
Kind
gonna
of
run,
safe.
kind of like just far enough away that it can't, I don't know, easily snap at me.
Okay. That
and I
would
just get a
still
pace.
trigger an attack of opportunity because you were getting close to it and then leaving.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
I believe that hits. That's a. Oh my god! I've never noticed how fucked up the lettering is on this 15. Okay. That is a 15.
Yeah, meets and it beats it.
Wow, that's very weird how messed up that is. But yeah, hits. That is going to be 12 points of damage.
No, that's fine.
As
Is it looking...
as it reaches out a claw and scratches you as you run past.
Hopefully that'll help out Mooney for the shooting.
Yeah. All right. As you get some space, do you head towards the human-seeming deputy or the receptionist, which is like also the way out?
Can May like skirt the sides?
It,
Like, I'm not
essentially,
close to either of them?
essentially the way the layout is this creature is like one point in a triangle, where like you have to be moving towards one of the other ones. You don't have to be like close to them, but that is like the directions you can move. Other
Yeah,
than
I
like
guess-
trying to clamber over it and get into the jail cells.
No, May will be, I guess, closer to the human. Still not.
Okay. That sounds good to me. Then that is May's turn. It is Cal with the beasts on deck.
Okay, so sorry, I got distracted by cats. Does Fortunate Soul mean I have advantage on whatever roll I make?
Yes, an ability check or saving throw or attack. So if you want to try and strain yourself, you can use
Yeah.
it for that.
If you're trying to get out of the restraint from this creature, you could use that, have advantage. If you're just trying to like fuck this thing and like attacking it from where you are, you can do the advantage on that.
Yeah, Cal's gonna try to wiggle free.
Okay, and that's what you want to use your advantage on?
Yeah.
Okay, then you need to give me an athletics or acrobatics check with advantage.
Like, yo, yo. Nope. It smacked my hand. Okay, much better! Thank you, May. You've made up for shooting me.
I shot you with good luck bullets.
That is a dirty 20 acrobatics.
Hey!
Cool. With a 17 to restrain you, you are able to with a very precise application of a shadow spear, like break a rib off and worm your way out. You take 4 points of acid damage as you get out, but you are now free.
Get me out of here! We always knew it would come back to Kingdom Hearts.
We did,
Yeah.
we did.
So did that take up? Was that like a free action, or was that an
No,
attack?
that was
'Cause you said
that was
shadow.
that was your action for the turn. So you still have movement and a bonus action, as well as whatever like free perception checks or whatever you want to do.
Yeah. So we're currently in. Are we still in like the lobby of the police station?
You are in like the main work area with all these desks. The lobby is like. The lobby is more demarcated than like a separate room. It's just a part of this room.
Okay. Is the door out to the street closer, or would be like the side access to the hospital, or is that underground?
The access to the hospital, as far as you know, is through the basement underground, which would require
Okay.
back into the cells, past Henry Beast, and into the basement.
Okay. I'm thinking we probably just want to go out to get away from this fucker, right?
Standing in the exit out onto the street is the receptionist, which Fish identified as a black remnant.
Okay, gotcha.
We may
So-
have to circle back.
Okay, and
But
where's
it's
Monster?
also like you don't know is like, is she a pushover because she's just like a regular person, or you don't know what's gonna happen like trying her, but she does seem to be sitting back, not doing anything, just blocking this entrance.
And Monster Henry is still, as far as we know, trying to escape his cell, right?
Yeah, you can't see him anymore, but that's where you left him.
Okay. I don't remember if I use Shadow Step with no spell points. It counts as an action, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
I can double check whether it's an action or a bonus action.
Because I know it's a bonus action for my
Yeah.
one that
I-
costs spell points.
Is no, it's a bonus action for the normal one too.
Oh.
You need to find
Yoink.
a point of darkness or dim light that you can see.
Teleporter noise. Yeah, just like a dim area close to the cells I can get, just to kind of scope that out.
Okay, so you do want to go backwards back into the cell block.
Are you guys agreeing that we should probably just head underground instead of trying to go out on the street? Okay, then yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. That area
I made
has
a
lot more,
bad
like,
choice.
That area
That's
has a lot
okay. You
more
were freaked out.
light. That area has a lot more dim light, so it is more like teleportable. As you shadow step through, you are able to emerge like in the corner where the doors to the cell meets the walls, and it puts you right behind Oscar, and right next to a sheriff who is on the ground.
He's had his H.P. Lovecraft seeing the
Yes.
moment and is trying to.
Yes. No, he is driven to madness by what he has seen.
Okay, but it's a good day, officer.
He's like, get a hold of yourself, Sheriff.
But yeah, that is that is what is immediately near you, and then just like a free check, you can see that Henry Beast is like torso out of the cell, working on getting the legs out now.
Okay. And then what is in our way to the tunnels?
To the tunnels, there looks like there is a lock on the door to the basement. You don't see anything obviously magical. It's just like a normal door lock of being like, we don't want somebody to leave their cell and then go into the basement. But other than that, it's just Henry Beast, which is like taking up half the hallway, sliding out of his cell.
Okay. How's the door look? Sturdy? Steel enforced?
Yes, it is not a like light wooden door. It is like an industrial like maintenance door. It does have like a steel sheeting on the front. That doesn't mean it's like immune to being battered down. That just means it's a little bit harder than a regular door.
How's the surrounding wall, and is there any gap between the door and the floor?
I think at this point this would need to be a perception check.
I'm willing to do that. I'm just.
Yeah.
Not bad. 19.
The wall around it is like filled cinder block, and the door doesn't seem to have any gaps. You think going through the wall versus the door is about equal difficulty, and you don't really see any way to kind of like slip through. You do think you kind of need to batter it down, probably.
Okay, that's fine. And there's no like gap through. You can't like see through the keyhole, right?
No, and with this, I think you also realize, like, well, the sheriff is like, experiencing the cosmic horrors. Maybe he's got a key, like, on his, maybe he's got a ring of keys, you know? He might just have the key to this, you know, if you want to try and search him and, like, fiddle with this.
I'll use my movement to walk up to the sheriff.
He, smells like he peed himself, is staring kind of like uncomprehending at this thing going through. You think the whole of seeing something unexplainable and whatever is done to him to avoid explanations has kind of like maybe broken his brain in some kind of way. He's a little catatonic.
Cool. Cal politely asked for the keys.
Give me a persuasion check.
He is willing to get more aggro, but if somebody's brain is broken... Damn. I thought that would be so funny if that worked out. That's a nat 1 for a total of 3.
Okay. As you ask for his keys, he reaches down to his hip and grabs nothing. And you realize that his keys are probably like at his desk. It's fully like automatic. Somebody gave me an instruction, and I'm gonna try to do it because if I don't, that requires thinking, and I'm trying.
Yeah, that was Cal's lie.
Yeah. No, he fully doesn't have his keys with him on a nat 1.
Yeah, Cal Kale's back and be like, the sheriff doesn't have his fucking keys.
Can Fish see the keys from where they are?
Where Fish is in that part of the room, and then the sheriff's desk is over there. I think with a perception check you could look.
Okay, then that's what I'll do when it's my turn.
Okay. Yeah, that's all Cal's free actions. And I think your turn, unless you're going to use the rest of your movement.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Then I will say that is now the beasts with Fish on deck.
The beast is upon me.
Beast is upon me. I don't see a beast anywhere. You watch Henry Beast looking at you. Its features didn't recover from sliding between the bars, so it looks significantly less human. But you can see that its hair color is starting to change, as if it's trying to, like, copy someone else. And you think maybe it has that ability, as it uses half of its movement to finish slipping out through the bars, and is now fully blocking the hallway, and is going to open its mouth wide, kind of like splitting a little bit to make room for all of these teeth as it comes at you.
It turns into Cal, and Fish is like, please, no.
I can't do this. I can't deal with this today. You were my son, and now you're a girl I am interested in, I mean hate. I can't do this.
She's just a work friend.
She's just a work friend. That's true. Okay. As it rushes to you, I'm gonna roll a luck check really quickly. Okay. As it rushes to you, the sheriff is ever so slightly in front of you and is making like a whimpering noise that has clearly got its attention. It's going for the sheriff first. Okay, let's do those attack rolls.
Bye,
Yeah.
bitch.
Even this weird demon thing is like ACAP.
It was like I really got into my role as Henry.
That is a hit and a miss, which is surprising because the sheriff's AC is not high. Let's do that. And where is it? That one. Okay. That is 12 damage to the sheriff, which brings him down instantly. That's all of his health. He is going to be making death saving throws as this creature runs up and essentially just like sinks a claw into his stomach and pulls up as he is disemboweled on the floor in front of you. Oscar is like, "That's meal."
Cal looks down and being like, do we want to just let it eat him for like the distraction?
What? What? I was like, no, we just like push him towards it and like eat this, and then maybe we can go around.
Cal to Oscar is like, we're the professionals, sir.
It's at
Oscar's
this
having a bad
moment-
day.
It's at this moment that I really want to know what Oscar thinks of Cal. That, like,
Yeah, Fish rolls insight.
I need to know what's going on here. Yeah, okay. The creature is going to use its bonus action to its face kind of contorts and swirls. Its nose doesn't go back to where it's supposed to be. It instead gets like absorbed, and then a new nose like starts to grow as a protuberance. Yes, I am keeping an eye on the time. I think we're gonna finish this round of combat and then be done with session. And the Henry Beast is now the Sheriff Beast. And with that is its turn.
Fish suddenly has no compunctions about attacking this creature.
Yeah. And with that, it is that's that beast's turn. Now we got the other one who is now freed of constraining a cow, is going to charge. Well, May's the one who shot it, so it's going to charge at May. It's going to move. It's like shoving the desks to the side, just like trying to clear space as it charges for you. I think because something just escaped its grapple, it's going to try 2 of its regular attacks before doing that again. So let's do poop. Poop. That is a... Let me double check your armor class. 15. Okay, so that is a hit and a miss. That is going to be 7 points of damage, piercing, plus 3 points of acid damage for a total of 10. Yeah, does not manage to like get a grip in you and try to swallow you or jump on you or anything like that. It's just pushing through these desks and going after you with claws. That is Fish's turn with the cops on deck.
Okay, well, perception check for the sheriff's keys, please. $15.
Okay. With a 15, you see the keys very clearly sitting on a desk that is just a little bit larger, has like some framed family photos on it, stuff like that. Probably the desk of someone more important, as probably sheriff's desk, just a big ring of keys. Doesn't seem like too many. Seems like maybe 8 keys on there. Not too many to search through. As this creature crashes through the desk, shoving them all to the side. There's like a chain reaction as desks hit desks, and it hits the sheriff's desk, and you see the keys slide off onto the ground, and you lose sight of them. You know where they are, but you can't see them in this moment.
Okay. Can we, let's summon Kekano back. And he appears from the sky like a magical girl, wand.
I believe that is an action.
Also, were you just joking when you summoned him before?
Yes.
Find familiar. Yes, that is an action. Okay. So that is your action. Summon Kekano. He goes, Dad, the scariest thing happened. Oh my goodness!
Scary things are happening right now. We can process it later. Right now, I need you to be a very good big boy and do special jobs for me. Scoot around there, grab the keys, just the whole fucking ring of it. Get past those scary beasts and monsters there. Not Ozzy, he's not a beast and a monster. And take the keys to Denier, and then just sit with her.
Actually, clear as Oscar is like now the one in the doorway as the beast has moved away to attack May. So yeah, Kekano very freaked out, like hyperventilating, but it's like, you got it, Dad. I'll help. I can help. I can still help. Oh my goodness. And he slips away, and you see him disappear in like the jumble of desks as you see this creature slashing at May.
Yeah, and Fizz is like, I'm sorry, we'll do therapy afterwards, just get it to... Okay, good job. And then, bonus action, Blasphemous Dart, the disgusting beast going after May.
Okay, cool. Roll damage.
I shall. Sorry, this might take a second. Because how many do I have to roll?
You're 11th level now, so it should be 4 total. One is the fat one. And you had a bunch of other special abilities, but that was actually not fish. That was lobsters. So never mind.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Techno is like, if I was just like a person and I just kind of like normally slept, I don't think I would sleep because I would have beat Misty.
4 darts do 14 damage, and the fat one does.
So it should be 3 darts and then a fat one.
No, it's 5 total.
It's 5 total, but 2 of the darts become 1 fat one.
No, there would have been. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, did you change the wording on your blasphemous darts?
Yes, I did.
Okay, that's why I'm confused. Yes,
Yeah.
5 total.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
And actually, I miscounted. Pardon me. It's actually 18 for the first 4 darts, and then the fat dart is Jesus Christ. 11. That's the highest that we can go.
okay.
So total of.
No, I got
They
it.
count.
I subtracted already. I just did it as 2 separate operations. Yes, this thing looks pretty hurt. As it's going after May. You think you've done a pretty significant amount of damage to it as you fire off the blasphemous darts.
Yeah, and now
and-
hopefully its tension will be split in 2.
You still have movement left if you want to do something with it. You can also see at this time, Kekino is rounding the corner out of the desks with the keys in his mouth. I rolled for him and he found them pretty easily, and now he doesn't have enough movement to get through the door on like this turn, but he's heading in that way. He's already like behind the creature, kind of like on his way.
Okay. Can I do a free perception to like how much like could May take this thing down the rest by herself, or will we stay and fight?
I'd say that was a perception or medicine check.
Medicine will give me numbers, I assume.
Maybe.
Dirty 20. What are the numbers?
Dirty 20. This thing is pretty injured. It is not at death's door, but you know May is pretty capable of dealing damage. You think, depending on how well May does, she could kill this thing in 1 or 2 more turns for her. The question then just becomes, is this thing gonna like get May before it gets got?
Fish is gonna stay right here and help her take it down.
Yeah, that is your turn, and we are going to go to the cops.
Who I'm sure will be useless. Unless you mean the monster cops, which case they'll probably
one just
Not yet.
nat 20.
Isn't one just throwing up in the corner?
Deputy.
He is looking at his friend and coworker of like 10 years who flayed himself and turned into a weird monster. But you hear a gun cock behind you, May. He is like crouched down behind a desk, has pulled out a revolver, and is pointing it at the creature.
Get
I
this
thought
man
you were gonna
away!
say. I thought you were gonna say pointing it at May, and it was gonna be like, what the fuck?
No, he actually rolled to resist the effects of the Gray Remnant in order to
Good on
like
him.
either do nothing or pull on May. No, he pulled on the creature, and not joking, he rolled a nat 20 on his attack.
So he gets double
We
damage.
love
yeah?
the deputy.
What? Maybe he'll kill this guy.
Yeah, maybe. Let me just double check some attack numbers for this this roll here. Yes. Okay. So it is a D8. That is 14 points of damage against this creature, as just
Not bad.
a big bullet just tears through it. It's got a new big like hole in it now, as he lets off a big shot, whipping over May's shoulder into this thing. That was unintentional. It was unintentional. I did it on purpose last time. This time was unintentional. Yeah, with a big, hefty amount of damage. This thing's pretty fucked up. You think one more, honestly, middling level attack will do it. And the second cop, who is by the door, you see has out a sending stone. Just keep that in my back pocket then. Now it's time for the last cop, the death saving throw for the sheriff. Cal sees that he is clinging to life. By a thread, but he is.
Cal looks at Oscar and is like, do you have like personal attachment to this man? Has he wronged you? What's going on?
I mean, I'm pretty pissed that he arrested Henry, but you know, I helped vote him in. I went to his previous sheriff's retirement party, and I don't know. It's a small town.
Cal size.
Then that is Oscar with the top of the round and May on deck. Oscar is looking at the sheriff getting disemboweled by a creature that looks most of the way like him. So is looking out, sees that the doorway is clear into the larger room, and is going to... Cool. Is going to look at the dying sheriff. Look at the monster sheriff. Look at the dying sheriff. Look at the monster sheriff. Run up, punch the monstrous sheriff so fucking hard in the throat with a nat 20 that it does only 8 points of damage, which is not a ton, but you can see like that punch like destroyed everything up to the spine. It's just that this is a weird gummy creature, and it's kind of like reconstructing that. This was a person, it would be dead. As then he grabs the sheriff under the armpits and drags him out farther into the room, getting him away from the creature. That is going to be the top of the round and May, but unfortunately we are out of time for today's session of Well Dressed Bones. And so we will pick up next time as we try to escape to the basement as the chaos in the police station unfolds. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. That is it for Well Dressed Bones, and we will see you next time.